Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hi. I'm more or less ready for this event, more or less. I don't know how to get to that letter. The recommended letter to look at, yeah, I don't know how to find it, I'm sorry, I'm lost. It was Cliffheart's letter, right? Yeah, I don't know how to find it. So it's like, use a record? And did I hear the Ian voices? No, I'm gonna stick to JP. That's my preference for games. Go to the archives. Where even is the archives? Oops. I'm so lost. I never go there. Are these archives? Okay, archives and intelligence. What's intelligence? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm just like super lost. It's below friends list? What's friends? Oh, archives, there, I see it. Okay, so... Okay, see? Okay, it was the public affairs, right? And then I scroll slowly. And it was the... something lights. Yes, I'm just gonna slowly scroll. Wait, did I pass it? Oops. Oh, it's special operations, okay. Okay, slowly scrolling. It was this one, right? I gotta go back to my notes. Sorry, I gotta look at my notes again since I forget which one it was. Okay, this one, the preluding lights. Then I click on that. And then it's the one that looks like... Cliffheart, yes. Because that's the one that's recommended. So, boop. There, got it. Ooh, hello. 6:50 a.m., clear. Rhodes Island Landship, operator dorms. Morning. Huh, the door's unlocked. Guess I'll let myself in. Sup, courier? Uncle Matterhorn, you guys in? Huh? Nobody's home? There's no way they'd be sleeping in this late. If they're not in their room, maybe they already left? Wait. 6-something a.m. is considered it's late? 6:50 a.m. is late? I mean, I guess depending on when you work, but oh gosh, that is so early to me. Darn it. I have to go find them. Lady Encia, what's going on so early in the morning? Wait, hold on. Don't run in the hallway, it's too dangerous. Ah, there you are, bro. Don't worry, nothing bad's gonna... Whoa! Hey, watch out! Phew, close one. Why is there a parcel here? Thanks, bro. Good grief. I told you to be careful. What am I going to do when you actually take a fall? I knew you were gonna catch me anyway. Hey, Lady Encia, you are a fully fledged operator now. You can't be so reckless. Yeah, don't go running in the hallways. Because I don't know, like, Dr. Misaki can't really help you out too well. What's wrong, courier? Did something happen? Ah, Matterhorn. Morning, uncle. Ah, the young lady. Good morning. Have you gotten used to life at Rhodes Island yet? It's rare to see you up so early, though. Are you getting ready for a mission? Or are you not used to the beds here? After all, I do recall you having very high standards for your sleep environment. Back at the old house, Matterhorn helped pick out a bed for you when you were still very young, right? After that, you refused to sleep anywhere else. And never without hugging your little blanket. Oof, Courier is just exposing her secrets. Now that you remind me. Wait. Hold your horses, Courier. Don't make stuff up. I wasn't that much of a princess. Don't underestimate an adventurer either. Got it? I've got no problem going early to bed, early to rise. You can't get a good night's rest to replenish your energy when you're up in the mountains. There's no way you'll ever become a good mountaineer. No matter how cold it is, no matter how thin the air is, you bet I can fall right asleep. Lady Encia, you've grown so much. Mutters, besides, I brought my blanket with me anyway. No way I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. Aw, she still sleeps with the blanket, that's adorable. Ooh, hello. I don't think there was ever an item I needed to sleep. I just sleep anywhere and everywhere. Ah, so you ended up bringing it with you after all. Ooh, thank you. You got a problem with that? Alright, let's stop talking about this already. Anyway, the fact that you two are headed out this early with packages. With these packages, are you going on a mission? And with this amount of luggage, it's looking like a pretty long trip too. Heading back home? That's right. We'll be getting ready to leave shortly. Yep. We have to bring some stuff back over there. Master SilverAsh has quite a lot of things to deal with. And Matterhorn and I will be going back to help out. Lady Encia, is there anything you'd like us to take back to Master SilverAsh? Matterhorn and I will be more than glad to help. I do have things I'd like to give to my brother, but it's more than just that this time. Oh, I didn't know that was her bro. What else? Well, darn it. Come here real quick. Uncle Matterhorn, let's meet up at the cafeteria in a bit. I'm gonna go for a quick walk with Courier here. Oh, and tell my brother and Gnosis that I said hi. Wait, Lady Encia, not so hard. You're gonna pull down my clothes. Pull it down, not rip it. ... Lady Encia. Phew. Alright, this place should be fine. Why are you avoiding Matterhorn? Is there something you can only tell me? I guess there's a bit of that. Courier, can you keep a secret for me? I'm afraid that depends on the situation. If it's something dangerous, I might have to tell Master SilverAsh. Why do you have to be like that? Both you and Matterhorn are always taking my brother's side. Well, Master SilverAsh is also looking after you. Humph, whatever. I'm gonna tell you anyway. It's not anything dangerous, so you'd better swear not to tell him anything. Anyway, are you planning to head up to Mount Carlon by any chance? Not that I know, so far. It all depends on Master SilverAsh's arrangements. There's no saying whether Mr. Gnosis and Lady Degenbreaker have any plans of their own, either. Why are you suddenly asking about this, though? Is it related to Lady Anya again? I really can't keep anything from you. Actually, I wrote a letter to my sister. They have a sister? Back home, my brother controlled things too strictly, And I wasn't even able to sneak out to see her. I didn't even get to see her before I left for Rhodes Island. It's only gotten harder. I haven't seen Anya in the longest time. Lady Encia, so... Courier, would you be able to help me deliver this to Mount Carlon? I just want to ask her how she's doing, and if it's hard being a saintess. I also want to tell her that she doesn't have to worry about me. Just stuff like that. I swear I didn't write anything outrageous. My brother couldn't care less about this, and he hasn't had a proper conversation with me in ages. As for Uncle Matterhorn, all he'd do is try to console me into waiting some more. So please, Courier, you're the only one I can count on. I'm sorry, Lady Encia. Wait, but her request doesn't even seem that bad. So, you can't do it after all? It's not that I don't want to, but... the situation in Kejerag has been complicated lately, and it's unlikely the Vine Bear Court will permit us any sort of contact with the Saintess. Huh? Even if I wanted to deliver the letter, I'm afraid it would be hard for Lady Anya to receive it. I've never heard of this before. My brother hasn't told me anything about this. Knowing too much isn't necessarily a good thing. The Master's looking out for you, and does not wish to burden you. Sending you to Rhodes Island was another way for him to protect you. He's always like that. He always keeps me in the dark, saying that he's doing this or that for our own good. In the end, my sister still left her home for Mount Carlon. Lady Anya had no choice. Fine, whatever. I guess we're done here. Eh? Stop it with that dour expression already, bro. Since there's nothing you can do about it, just forget the thing about the letter. Me being upset won't change anything. Isn't that right? Lady Encia. But at least promise me, don't mention a single word of this to my brother, okay? He's gonna give me an earful for sure if he finds out. And my ears are gonna fall off if I have to sit through another one of his lectures. If Master SilverAsh heard your opinions on him, I'm sure he would be heartbroken. As if. He has more important things than to attend to, after all. Humph. In any case, I won't keep you any longer. I've gotta find closure first and ask if the stuff I wanted came in. But if I went down to see her this early, do you think she'd just shoo me out? Judging by Closure's typical schedule, there's a good chance that she just fell asleep and won't be responding to any knocks on the door. Good point. Maybe I'll wait till later then. Man, I like Closure's schedule. Sleeping at 6 or pretty much 7 a.m. Man, I wish I could do that again. That's right. Remember to bring me back plenty of system milk curds and pulled meat. I can't buy them anywhere else, and I haven't had any for a long time. I wonder what system milk curds and pulled meat taste like. I bet it's delicious. Haha, don't you worry. Matterhorn has a long list already, including all your favorite things. We won't miss any of that. Excellent. Well, good luck, and have a safe trip. Uncle Matterhorn must be sick and tired of waiting in the cafeteria, so hop to it. With your blessings, we'll be back in no time. Take care out there. Waves. So it's no good after all. Not all that unexpected, but I still can't help but feel a bit let down. Humph. You're such an idiot. Such an idiot, Enciotis. Even if you send Courier and Matterhorn to keep an eye on me, there's no way I'm gonna give up. I'm not sure if Closure managed to get a hold of the cold weather gear I'm going to need to scale those snowy mountains. I can't wait. But when is Closure going to get out of bed? Enya, wait for me. Oh, that's SilverAsh's first name? Yeah, SilverAsh is easier to say. This is a pretty looking area we're in. Is this a forest? Yes, it looks pretty. The last of the wounded have been bandaged. What a relief. Nobody was seriously injured. That's another mission complete. Next, we'll have to cross the woods and return along the border between Lithanian and Victoria. Excuse me, but I won't be taking the same route back. Cliffheart? Is there something else you need to do? Yes, just a little something I still have to take care of. But don't worry, it'll just be a little detour to take care of some personal matters. I won't be gone for long. But... yeah, the medical operator's probably like, but... what do you mean, personal matters? We're in the middle of a forest. What detour are you taking? What is going on? It's fine, it's fine. I'll be acting on behalf of myself and nobody else. So I won't make any trouble for Rhodes Island. And I'll talk to Dr. Calcit myself after I get back. Oh, thank you. That's not what I was worried about, though. Well, if you say so, Cliffheart. But make sure to stay safe, no matter what. No problem. Courier. Good day. Yo, haven't seen you around in a while. Did you just get back? This time there were quite a lot of things that needed to be done, and the whole process took longer than expected. Matterhorn and that young lady, Cliffheart, were with you as well? Matterhorn did come with me, but we did not bring the young lady along. Speaking of which, I haven't seen her since we came back. Oh? Sorry. I must have misunderstood something. Not long ago, I saw the young lady packing a large bag of cold weather mountaineering gear, and she said she was dressed for the job too. I assumed she was heading back with you. Climbing gear. And specifically for snowy mountains? Are you... absolutely sure? No doubt about it. To tell you the truth, it's a hobby of mine as well. We talk about sweet deals on climbing gear a lot, which can save a whole bunch of money. I like their conversations about getting good deals. That's fun. That's like the main conversation I had with my dad too. If I'm remembering things right, your country's full of snowy mountains, right? Oh yes, it is. Lady Encia, surely you didn't decide to climb up the mountains alone just to deliver Lady Anya a letter? Knowing Lady Encia, that is something she'd do. That can't be, can it? If I get a chance, I'd like to take some time off and head over there myself. I've never tried climbing snowy mountains before, so I'll definitely be asking for advice from the locals when the time comes. Heh. Damn it. I can't get it out of my head. I have to find out for myself. I should have known. There's no way Lady Encia would have given up just like that. If it really is true, I have to stop her. Pardon me, but I must get going. What? Oh, I feel bad for the guard operator. He was having fun. He was like, yeah. Lady Encia, Cliffheart, she's like so good. Like, she and I share a similar hobby. Maybe you too share a similar hobby. Let's talk about the mountains, bro. Oh, you're leaving already? Aw. I feel bad for the guard operator. Oof. Oof. Huh? Wait. Why are you running? Sorry. But some urgent personal matters came up. Kejerag welcomes one and all. I promise I'll take you sightseeing when we get the chance. Take this road, and then head to the west. Ah, there it is. That little snow white summit. So that's what the peaks of Kejerag look like from the distance. Huh. Well, can't really tell how hard that mountain is to climb from this distance. Might even say it looks kinda cute. That holy mountain of ours. But I know that's a really tough peak to summit. Those who haven't tried it themselves will never truly understand. Like us SilverAshes. Outsiders could never understand. My, that's rather unfortunate. Do you see Matterhorn and myself as outsiders too, Lady Encia? Though it is true, hearing it does make my heart ache somewhat. Well, they found her so easily. Finally, I've caught up. Courier? Thanks to your unfamiliarity with the terrain, you spent a lot of time taking this part of the route cautiously. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to catch you. Wait, why are you here, Courier? And I feel like he probably found her easily too because she was monologuing, you know how some people do? It's like, oh, I hear a familiar voice in the distance. I'ma head this way. Oh, look, there she is. I thought It's too late to stay silent now. I thought I didn't tell anyone, is what you wanted to say, right? After realizing that I wouldn't help deliver the letter for you, you prepared all this cold weather mountain climbing gear, and took on a mission that would put you closest to Kejerag. After finishing the mission, you let the rest of the team head back to Rhodes Island first, and take a little detour to take care of some personal matters. Such is my Lady Encia. You certainly do act with great decisiveness. But I still ended up getting caught. The fact that I saw so many hints, but still failed to see through your plan, makes me the stupid one. Lady Encia, are you planning to scale Mount Carlon again, with only your bare hands? Or do you plan on barging into the Saintess's residence to deliver your letter, with no consideration for your own safety? Have you considered what would happen if you made a fuss before the Vine Bear Court? Ever since I was little, every time I tried to sneak out of play, you and my brother would always catch me. I never thought I'd be able to keep anything from you two. You're exactly right. That is my plan. Since I faced down Mount Carlon once, I can do it a second time. I can't allow it. It's too dangerous. But if I'm powerless, what else am I to do? I'm always powerless. Powerless to stop the rift between my brother and Anya from growing wider and wider. And I'm expected to just let it happen. On the day that Anya left home, I was hiding along the side. I knew she didn't want to go, and we both thought that Big Brother would protect us, but he didn't lift a finger. He didn't stop those people from taking Anya away. I thought my sister would cry, but she didn't. When I saw her walk out the door, in my heart, I wished that she would have cried out. Master SilverAsh also suffers in his own hardships. I know. Even though the two of you never tell me anything, I'm not stupid. I can see it. Ever since he came back from Victoria and founded that company, even you and Uncle Matterhorn have been getting busier. I understand. I don't want to blame my brother, but Courier, have you ever seen the Saintess of Kejerag? Lady Anya? No, you mean the Saintess. Correct. The Kejerag Saintess. I have on one occasion. From a distance. At first, I was so excited to finally get a chance to see my big sister, but the only thing I saw was a Saintess of Mount Carlon. standing there as if frozen in ice. From where I stood, there was nothing of my sister. Ever since then, I knew that Enya could not possibly have been living the life she wanted on top of Mount Carlon. We may have difficulty understanding each other's points of view from our current positions, but I think Lady Enya is a different person now, so you can't look at her like you did then. I gotta look up who Prom and Nyx is afterwards. Is she one of the people you can summon now? Because I don't think I've seen her in the story yet. The Saintess is very important to Kezhirag, and honestly, Lady Enya's situation may not be so bad. She stands to be the master of the entire religion, the very faith of Kezhirag. That's not the same, not at all. You can say that the Saintess is noble, exalted, capable of being detached from our feelings. But our relationship is so much more important. We're literally sisters. As siblings, if we never try to understand each other, or even worse, end up becoming enemies one day, what are we going to do then? I can't just wait until that day finally comes. I'm scared. So I have to do something. Even if it's something as simple as asking Enya how she's doing. And what if it's not what you want to hear? Then I'll just climb up that damn mountain, lie, cheat, or steal if I must. I'll take her from that place. I'm serious. I'm gonna do it. Good grief. How can you make something like that sound so simple? Hey, this is a symbol of my determination. Why are you making fun of me? That's uncalled for, man. The determination to lie, cheat, and steal, huh? That's just the worst case scenario. That's true. I can only pray that the worst will never come to pass. Just thinking about you climbing up the mountain to kidnap her. Just thinking about it is giving me a headache. Looks like you won't change your mind no matter what I say, right? That's right. I'm not joking. If I say I'll do it, I'll do it. Even if I insist on stopping you, or reporting this matter to Master SilverAsh. Even if my brother objects, even if he wants to lock me up, I won't give in. He'd better not underestimate me, because it's not that simple to shut me down. I guess that settles it then. You've always had that streak in you. You'll do whatever you set your mind to, and nobody can tell you otherwise. If even Master SilverAsh can't do anything about it, what can I do but surrender? This makes me like Cliffheart more. I appreciate her dedication. You mean? Hand that letter over to me. I'd rather not live with the constant worry of wondering when you're going to do something foolish. It's better for me to help you figure out a solution, not to mention safer too. You're really putting me in a rough spot here, Lady Encia. You're the best, bro. If my brother is really opposed to it, and somehow finds out and plans to punish you, just tell him that it was all my idea. Haha. If only the master was so easy to convince. Whispers, but this might not be such a bad thing either. Huh? What'd you say? Nothing in particular, just thinking it out loud. But let me say this in advance. Even if I agree to help, the most I can do is deliver the letter to the nearby monastery, and then see if there's any way to get it up to the mountain. That place is as close as we can get to the area controlled by the Vine Bear Court. Any higher up into the mountain, and that is no longer a place you can come and go at will. I cannot guarantee that your letter will reach Lady Enya. No problem. The fact that you're willing to help me means that we at least have a shot. If it doesn't work, I'll just think up I'll just think up some other way. I hope whatever you think up doesn't involve climbing up there. Haha. By the looks of things, she really won't give up. If that day actually comes, Master SilverAsh is going to get the mother of all headaches. One more bowl. Chloe, I can't have another bite. I admit defeat. Who gave you the idea to compare your appetite to that of a hungry engineer who hasn't eaten in 3 days? I'm so hungry I could swallow a meat beast whole. You locked yourself in your workshop again? What you working on this time? Wait a sec. Did nobody bring you food? How'd you starve for 3 days? What about your little machines? I accidentally set the clearance level on my door to max. Plus, I was wearing my headphones so I couldn't hear the door at all. And it's not like I was doing it on purpose. All that fighting with Reunion broke a whole lot of equipment, and repairing everything was giving me a huge headache. Can't even do this job anymore without listening to some music. That explains it. Thankfully, Anya went to fish you out today. Alright, are we done yet? I'm not here to listen to a sermon during mealtime. By the way, you're here to buy more climbing gear? How come I didn't see you use the cold weather gear you bought half a year ago? If there was a problem with the quality, just let me know. I'll go bargain with the manufacturer. Yes, it's a bargain. Bargain, alright. Ooh, hello, hello. About that, it's not that. There was nothing wrong with the gear. I just didn't need it for the time being. I'd be more worried if you ended up using it. That voice. Courier. Good afternoon. Oh, afternoon. Did you just get back from a mission? How come you're the only one here? The others went to look for the doctor first. As for me, I'm here to pass something on. Anya, she replied? That's right. Awesome. Then let's make like last time and talk over there. Courier? What's going on with you? You don't look so good. Nothing happened with Anya, right? Or did something happen to Enciotis? Hey, don't panic. There's nothing of the sort. Then, tell me what's going on. The situation's a bit complicated. But in any case, Lady Encia, there is one thing Master SilverAsh wanted you to pass on. He wants me to pass on something? Yes. This is an invitation for the doctor. For me? For me? I got an invitation? Yay! Yay, I'm invited to the event. Whee! Look at me being invited to places. Yo, I'm actually doing a thing here. So time to go into the tutorial. Danger, slippery surface. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of this. I mean, it should be fine. I'ma believe. And of course, I can only bring the peoples for the tutorial. I got this. Ooh, hello, hello. While fighting in the bitter cold, all combatants will be affected to some extent, even the warriors of Kezharag. Units on icy surface will periodically be chilled, inflicting them with the cold status and reducing their ASPD. Let's try to strike our enemies now, before snowfall begins. Okay, I will strike them. I will strike them down, like this. It kinda works in my favor. My people are getting frozen too.
During snowfall, all enemies and allies will periodically be afflicted with the cold status.
Looks like someone over there got frozen into solid ice.
A unit affected by cold will instead be frozen if chilled again. Frozen units are unable to act and have reduced RES.
I see. Where's little lava? Come help out over here.
Don't call me that. Looks like these ice cubes need a good roasting.
I mean, roasted ice cubes, they sound kinda yummy. I mean, I guess I kinda have to put her here. Unless... No, I do have to just put her there. Boop! That one spider is bothering me. The top. Okay, there. Not as scary.
Looks like a longer snowstorm is incoming. We'd better get ready to evacuate. Before that though, let's brush up on some physics knowledge that'll surely come in handy for future operations. I invited Shaw for the special demonstration.
Instructor Doberman, you want me to push that metal crab into the pit, right? Even if the crab is pretty light, I'm not sure I can cover that distance.
Don't worry. Just wait for the metal crab to become frozen before pushing it.
Ooh, that's fun! I don't have my Shaw raised though. Oh no, I'm not prepared. Oh well.
If frozen enemies are affected by a shift effect while on an icy surface, the strength of the displacement will be greatly increased. If the terrain allows for it, make use of this knowledge to eliminate the difficult enemies in one fell swoop.
Also, I gave pretty much all my money to SilverAsh, so it's not like I can like force raise my Shaw real quick, cause you know, SilverAsh is expensive as heck. I still haven't fully raised him, but it's close, very very close. Boop. Hey. Oh, that's so satisfying. I have no pushers raised. Cause I never use them. I have no use for them. But now I do. Yeah, let's see how painful it is, like, without having someone to push. I mean, I can buy from the event shop money so I can raise. So right now there's 2 exits and 3 entrances, 2 being for people who walkie-walkie and 1 for drones. I do not like those flying ones. Let's see. When in doubt, thorns out. Wee. Ooh. External force. A minute touch of force from the outside, with just the lightest push. An avalanche will bury the whole of Kejerag, conspiracies, machinations, and all. That's a big-looking area.
Sir, this is just a shoddy plank of wood. What makes it sell for 50 whole pounds? Now, sir, you want to learn something new today. This is no ordinary piece of wood. It's a blessing of Kejer Ragander, goddess of the snow realm. It's all thanks to your protection that Kejerag could be free from the catastrophes and set down roots here. And the stuff that made this charm comes from the evergreen trees of Mount Jungfrau, Our own second highest peak in all of Kezharag. Do you know much about Jungfrau? Legends say it's a mountain formed from the tears of Kezharagander as they fell and froze. The trees watered in that snow from on high grow full with Kezharagander's love and favor for this land, and charms made from that timber assure your safety and warding of calamity wherever you may go.
Sure, Mr. Merchant. I believe your story. Stares. Stares intently.
Seeing as it's your first time here in Kezharag, why not take some souvenirs for your home folk back in Victoria? What gives you that idea? Listen, these last 2 years, Mr. Enciotis has had more and more of these big corporate who's-its flocking in. I heard your accent and I knew straight away. To new people like you, I recommend these charms in particular to mark the occasion. Heard of the Tisha Gata maybe? They're people-eating beasts deep in our mountains, sinister to the eye, inhuman. There and gone again when you least expect. But so long as you're wearing this charm, blessed by the Vine Bear Court, you'll cower those things under Kezharagander's might, and they won't harm you.
Sure, this charm is that potent. Let's test it out, Mr. Merchant. Can you take your charms out and go walking around that area, see what happens?
And just think, you can take it back to your family and tell them this charm bears the divine protection of Kezharag's Mount Carlon. Paints the complete picture, doesn't it? You've tripped halfway across the land to Kezharag. You wouldn't go back to your own without something nice for it, would you? Bah, fine, I'll take one. And one for my wife and a little tot each.
Wait, he said it was like 50 per piece of wood. Oh gosh, how big is his family? I don't know how many little tots he has. Ooh, that is so much money. Ooh, so much money. That gives me fear. I haven't even bought anything from the Steam Summer Sale yet because I've just been staring at my bank account, debating how much I love food and how much I love games.
That's a ticket. If only we could all be as straightforward as you. Let me see. Sorry. This wood must have been stripped from any random mountain tree. What gives you the right to say that?
First, without approval from the Palarokas, no one's even allowed to climb Jungfrau. Second, I sure didn't hear about anyone climbing her since I was gone. When I left Kezharag, I even told Vis, if anyone makes it up her, be sure to send me a message.
How do you know who? Wait a minute, that tell. You can't be Miss Encia? Encia, you're Mr. Enciotis' sister?
Uh-huh.
Now hold it, sir. Were you actually trying to swindle me? Well, haha. They said Miss Encia loved climbing ever since she was little. Seems she knows more about the snowcaps than us commoners after all. All these wares of mine came from the hunters in the mountains, actually. They must have been the ones swindling me, no doubt.
Sure, it was yeah, totally. It was the hunters' fault, huh? Huh, Mr. Merchant?
I'll be going to find them and settle our score. As for this charm, Miss Encia, would you mind? It's true. It has the Vine Bear Court's blessing. No man of Kezirag would dare to forge that seal and offend Keziragandar. If you want to ward off any rumors. Oh gosh, that word is so difficult though. Rumored Tichagatas with it? Forget it. But if you take it back as a souvenir, I think it'll work great. So just slash that price a little. Huff. In light of that, I'll make them at 10 pounds apiece. Now, sir, are you still buying? If the sister of Mr. Enciotis says as much, I've got no reason to be skeptical. Business for you must be tough though, so I'll take 5 of them. Coming right up. Are you here to buy anything, Miss Encia? Whatever you fancy, it's yours. My business owes itself to the SilverAshes after all.
No, I'll pay you like normal. Right, Doctor? Yeah, I really am here. Wow! Wow, it's a rare event where I'm here. Of course. Lucky we prepared enough Victorian and Cashmerish cash. You couldn't just take stuff? It's your clan's territory. No. Of course. Of course. Of course we're gonna pay. I want a free souvenir, but it's okay, I'll pay.
Lady Encia, we should be on our way to the station by now. Oh, ooh, we're right on time. We're tight on time. Doctor, let's go.
Bye, Mr. Merchant.
The blizzard is coming. Take caution, outsider.
And you are?
If you don't want to freeze, leaving now will still save your skin. What are you blanking for, Doctor?
Someone was talking to me.
Huh? There's nobody here, though.
I'm speaking to ghosts. I'm hallucinating.
It's far from the right season for leisurely outdoor coffee. You look behind you and only see the bright canopy blocking the sun, and a sign advertising Carlon trade.
Wait, this is not a good weather for having coffee? What's in my coffee? Wait, what kind of coffee am I drinking that I'm hallucinating hearing voices talking to me?
A deserted terrace sits silent, just like the distant peaks of pure white. Maybe it was the pages of the magazine on the table, rustling in the wind, that gave you the illusion someone was sitting next to you, talking to you. Doctor, snap out of it. Let's move.
Okay, I'm leaving.
We'll meet again. Matterhorn, you're here. The master's waiting for you. Good to see you, Vis. Aren't you going? I was going to, but the master wants to invite the doctor to the Tri-Clan Council with them, and have me stay back to greet them in your place. After all, I'm an employee of Rhodes Island myself. I think he must be ready for vacation after guarding the young lady for so long. Besides, given you're out here, I'm guessing she ditched you? Haha, yes. Oopsies. She's shopping with the doctor right now. She wanted a vacation for me too, so she had me let her free. That's the master and the young lady for you. Well, how do you feel being back this time? The territory's been fast with construction, and huge in its overall change. It's almost unrecognizable already. That's the master for you indeed. I'll take the two of them up. Yeah, I'll take the two of them up on their great kindness and visit home for now. See my parents. And then I'll be on standby at the master's. How about you? Me? You've been away for a while too. Last time we met, weren't you off with the master to Columbia? I've got nothing pressing. Savoring the streets again is more than enough for me. What about that old Eater friend of yours? Monk, I think, was the name. Eat a bite with him if you have the time. That's... well, we'll see, I guess. It's me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Brilliant. It looks like the base station signal is fine.
How are you?
I found a few suitable hidden spots for the comm station installation. But no matter where we install a station in Tericum, we won't be able to catch all of Kezurag. This is Kezurag's southern gateway, and practically its only contract channel with the outside. Setting up comms network here has massive importance, but if you want to cover up the whole of Kezurag, setting up a few more simple stations around the Central Lake region would be the best option.
That's not what I'm asking.
Didn't you have me wandering outside so I could scope things for us?
What I mean is, you haven't been back in Kezurag for a long time. How do you feel?
Oh, honestly, it feels totally unbelievable. When I left Kezurag under the SilverAsh's talent fostering program, that was from here too. Back then, even Turicum was just an ordinary little village, let alone the rail station at the border now. I never thought it'd become so big. At this point, I think you could argue it stands up to cities. It stands up to the cities on the outside. Oh, thank you. Doing construction work like this in the snowy mountains must be harder than I could ever imagine.
Good.
Oh, he's an elite operator, Mr. Sharp. Where are you all right now, Captain? I'll come find you.
We're boarding a train to Carlon. You don't need to come with us yet.
Huh?
You mentioned your home was in the industrial area, in the mountains.
Yep.
For now, go back and visit. Nothing's more important than family.
Wow, Mr. Sharp is so nice. But...
you're back in the mountains. It's the perfect opportunity to head for home. The doctor thinks so too.
Did the doctor say that? I understand. If you're okay with it, then I will. So, the doctor...
The doctor has me with.
The train for the foot of Mount Carlon is about to depart. The train will depart soon, so please board now.
I'm heading out. Have a good break, Aurora.
We're riding the train. With a steam whistle and a faint announcement, the train departing for Carlon sets slowly into motion. Doctor, let me tell you about the names of all the peaks. Of all these peaks. Oh, this is so cute. We look so happy together. Look, the one there with the flattish slope is Jungfrau.
The third Saintess named that one. The really steep one there, that's Matterhorn. His name actually came straight from that one. Encia continues on with something to say about all the scenery that passes by, and all that Kezirag is. This is adorable! Aside, Courier wears his eternal smile, listening to every word quietly and respectfully, but from time to time, the faraway look in his eyes carries a hint of something unclear. Sharp reclines against a seat browsing net pages. He'll find that the contents of Kezirag's internet far exceed his expectations. Ooh. I like Sharp. Sharpie just browsing the internet. You know, in this case, I would probably be more like Sharp. I'd just be like, let me just look at my phone. I'll Google stuff. Let me look on Yelp for some food recommendations. Let's see. Alternately, you listen to Encia and cast your gaze out of the window. Outside, remnants of the ice drift in a lake reflecting the blue sky. Some locals are together in its shallows, some drawing water, some doing their laundry, some laughing. The purest white snow peaks stand imposingly tall. Any attempt to lift your head and see their end blocked by the sunlight. Halfway up, where the mountains level somewhat, a young shepherd herds flocks of stock beasts home. No surprise crosses him as he sees people aboard the train. Instead, he lifts his whip, waving at you in greeting. I'ma wave back at the dude. Hi. Hello, sir. Anu, hello, hello. Not far away is the village where he lives. Smoke spiraling from the chimneys, peaceful and prosperous. The sight of it all wipes the cares from your mind. Man, this is seriously adorable. I like this scene. Perhaps this journey will be just fine. And again, adorable. Starting on a sour note? This is not a sour note, this is a peaceful, happy note. What you talking about, mission? Starting on a sour note? Nah, this is just adorableness. Okay, it's a beastie. You know, the beasts look pretty cute, actually. And, you know, I'm just putting him here because, you know, just to get at those drones. Because the drones do give me, like, the slightest bit of fear. Okay, and then I just let it happen a little bit so I can put up maybe my wonderful Qian altar. She can be here to have some fun, help, you know, get rid of those drones that are gonna bother me soon. Okay, there's a drone. It's just floating there menacingly. I mean, of course it's just doing that. And then just in case, you know, I'm gonna believe and make it a little bit faster. Because I believe... Wait, come here, drone. I'm just gonna put Ash down. How dare you stop! Ooh, it's a warrior. Hello, warrior. Hey, drone, you know you want to come here. Stop just floating there menacingly. Oi.
You know, I might as well just put... But I don't know its path, so I'm just gonna steer a tiny bit. Okay, I guess I should just put her down here. No, I want to put her here. Yeah, just in case. Have I listened to the Ian voices yet? No, I didn't even download it. I'm gonna stick to the voices that they currently have. Ooh, she cute. Shh. It's taking too long. Keep it down. Keep it down, Securious. You're interrupting my train of thought. What's to think about? Enciotis has to hand his land over this time. Yucatan, your opinion? I agree with Russ, but Sir Enciotis won't just lie down and take it. At least you think before you talk, unlike your wife here. Oh, who exactly is this about? You, of course, my beautiful little sister. If only it wasn't for Arktos and his idiot face firing off at anything to do with Carlon. I didn't want to fall out with Enciotis this soon, that's for sure. People like Enciotis are a handful. Even if he croaks, he'll be sure to put us on the brink too soon. Wait, the brink too, at least, not to mention. Something tells me he won't accept his sorry lot. And it's telling me loud. Humph, in my view. I said keep it down. Securious. If you have something to say, you can go outside, and then tell the mountains about it. Of course, I won't let you back indoors. Shh, fine. I'll just shut up then. Murmured, so happy to talk to yourself. Sir Arktos arrives. I don't know who Ling be. I am gonna try at least one multi-thingy on a multi-pull for this banner though, with that one ticket, that 110 ticket. Though, yo. I like how much swagger this one dude has. Look at his pose. Look at his hairstyle. Yeah, he's just coming in with like lots of swagger. At the summit of Carlon in winter, the frigid winds never rest, but the look in Arktos' eyes, and the sound of his great axe as it drags along the ground in bursts, come to fool people. It's as if the winds are his to bring. Look who's here. Arktos, my fine friend. Enciotis. Who am I to answer that? I thought you would have bumped into each other outside and settled everything there. And that way I wouldn't need to be tormented in here. And I could go home happy. How surprising that something can even torment you. Ratatos. Of course. I've got torment to the nines. Such as more and more people in my territory wanting to work for a living at Enciotis' instead. Or Gullo, the most able officer you have, not showing up today. Why? He caught a cold. Yo! The most trusted officer didn't come because he caught a cold, and Mr. Arktos is like, yo, you're sick. You should stay home, my dude. That is nice. You know, he's a good boss then. What, my dude is sick? You better rest up, my dude. That's the one thingy. The one thing that he has to do. Oof. I think my door is gonna be open. My dad just opened my room, walked up to me, and handed me an apple pie from McDonald's. Yay! I got something. Yummy. This is gonna be my summoning catalyst. Let's see who likes apple pies. Kezirag's sturdiest soldier catching a cold. That's no good omen. Looks like we'll need that man under Enciotis to give him some treatment. Gnosis, that one.
He'll get better on his own.
Fine, fine. No good deed of mine goes unpunished. Seeing as you're here, it looks like we're just missing Enciotis now.
The 3 o'clock chime has not yet sounded.
Funny, since apple pie was my first, like, 5-star, or my first, like, SSR, so yeah. Of course, of course.
I see I've kept the two of you waiting. Sir Enciotis and the Great Elder arrive.
Shh. There's a mystery. Why are the two of them together? Enciotis, don't tell me you went praying to the Saintess before coming to this meeting. Yeah, pretty much all the characters just come in with like lots of swagger, huh?
Far from it. I met the Great Elder along the way and had a few words with him. Great Elder, you first. A fine courtesy.
This seriously looks like an important meeting. And yo, SilverAsh is so tall. Yeah, he looks like super tall. The entrance to the hall slowly shuts, the air inside settling down in an instant after. The Great Elder sits straight in the middle. Arctos and Radatos stand to one side, and Enciotis to the other. The gulf of difference is stark.
Former Tri-Clan councils always had us sit together, talking of the year's crop of affairs, of whose house had done more, and of whose required assistance after blights of snow. I had not foreseen such a topic at today's council. You want to really grill Enciotis about that. No need for such aggression, Arktos. As the Great Elder said, the Tri-Clan Council should be no place for us to blame and reproach each other.
I wonder if you've heard one about the pot and the kettle. Yeah, I wonder if you've heard one about the pot and the kettle, Enciotis.
Enough, enough. Given we all are here, we shall commence this meeting of the Tri-Clan Council. By Keziragander.
By Keziragander.
I presume all three are aware of the purpose of this council. On Mr. Arctos and Miss Radatos' proposal last meeting, that the Silver Ashes would cede governing authority over the valleys and mining regions for the Palarocus and Browntails to then administrate. In addition, The SilverAsh's withdrawal from the Parliament of the Tri-Clan Council. Gnosis Edelweiss has been expelled from his post by himself. I believe both of you know this already. What good does knowing that do? Gnosis on your aid. Yeah, Gnosis is your aid. How could his actions not have been according to your instruction? If you think pinning the blame on him will let you escape punishment, then think again. Arctos, why come to such an arbitrary conclusion? Encia, there's much I can tolerate from you. You can open your factories in your territory, do your business, recruit your foreigners. That is your territory. Whatever ghoulish form you twist it into, it's not my concern. But never should you have led your railroad to Carlon, bringing the copper stench onto the holy earth, and you're mining up to Carlon's foot. Extracting resources in secret is beyond the pale. What do you take the ground of Carlon for? What do you take the land of Kajera Gander for? You even plotted against any inspection teams so that they wouldn't investigate your factories. My subordinates are still bedbound for it. Is that what you want to say? That these are all the doing of that accursed Edelweiss, and nothing to do with you? Gnosis was once my most trusted partner, and I mistakenly gave him too much power. For that, I am deeply regretful. What of you, Ratatos? Is there really no leeway to reverse the course between us?
I really would love to help you, Encia. After all, 6 whole years ago, it was me who paved your way back into this hell. Of course it hurts, pushing you out again with my own hands. But in the end, when it's about all of Kezrag, I just can't defend you.
Though I believe the Browntails have benefited greatly from business in Terracum.
Am I denying that? It's not just money in our pockets. We can reap the rewards with our subjects too. Who wouldn't be a fan? Only sticks in the mud like Arktos. But even though people talk behind my back, thanks to it, crying witch about me, I still have the bottom line. Encia. I don't know what you read or learned in those 4 years you studied outside that drives you to abuse our trust to this point. I was wrong about you 6 years ago, Encia. I'll pay for that in time, but you're going to pay first. Oh, it's Kyera?
Ceding the valleys and mines under our jurisdiction, as well as the SilverAsh's seat in the Tri-Clan Council. These are your demands. It is not an excessively high price. Wait, is it not an excessively high price? Carlon Trade has already stricken its then director in these affairs, Gnosis, of its register. The company's growth policy has recently mounted too. That much is plain to see.
Too late, Encia. If the price wasn't high, how would you ever remember it?
If you want to seek forgiveness, you never would have done any of this in the first place. But since you've done it already, then today, here and now, you must pay something for it. Are you handing over governance of the valleys and mines, or are you not? Are you seceding from the Tri-Clan Council, or are you not? All I have done up to now was for the development of Kiara.
Like, if it's Kiara, I'll say it that way.
That it would worsen our relations with the Palirocus and Browntails to this present extent was never my wish. And from the exchanges I've just had with the two of you, I can see this worsening. Yeah, I see this worsening is already unavertible and unredeemable. I somewhat foresaw it, but to arrive at this moment in reality, at this time of grievance and ultimatum in this hall, still fills me with sorrow. But I truly cannot bear to see a fissure rise from the three clans that govern Kairag together. Dissent in the three clans signifies dissent in Kairag. It signifies that Kairagander's people are soon to lose their collective homeland.
What the? How did it go from, like, Chera to Yera? Or Kara? That is so weird.
Enciotis, if you truly thought so, if you truly ever thought so for even one moment, you would have sent yourself packing from Kirag to your Victoria and been a worry less on Kirag herself.
Oh, it's actually Okay, so Cherag. It's good learning how to pronounce other names.
Arctos, I, Enciotis SilverAsh. I'm the head of the SilverAshes. This means I must bear my responsibility for the future of Cherag, and fulfill what is obliged of me. I don't know what makes you feel I should have stayed in Victoria. Is it because of those days of only 2 clans in Parliament made you feel so much more powerful? Not to mention, my reforms in the years I've led the SilverAshes are a done reality. The people of my territory haven't just gained from the way of life I've brought. They've continued to advance such lives by their own accord. Even if I leave, the machines will still work, and the trains on the tracks will still set into motion. Or do you believe that I hand off the valleys and mines today and cease operation of those factories and the railroads? That the people working there, the people benefiting from what it produces, will cede?
That's your problem to solve, Enciotis.
No, Radatos. Maybe you have incredible trust in my problem-solving ability, but at base, this is not a problem I alone must face. You wouldn't suggest that the Brown-tailed subjects have profited any from those years Carlon Trade has done business? How many people have the Originium stoves kept going through the coldest winters, procured from Colombia by Carlon Trade? There are no catastrophes in our mountains but the ice and snow still claim lives. What is so disgraceful about the herder's prods, or the fertilizer that comes from Victoria? You brought about the situation today, including your constant embellishment of yourself, and now you're using the same situation to menace us, shamelessly. Get it out. Say this is all your accomplishment. Say that you're powerless to give those... Wait, is the G silent though? Because if it is... Okay, so it is Kijerag? So if the KJ is apparently so it'd be like Che. Like, so it would be Cherag? I'm assuming. Get it out. Say this is all of your accomplishment. Say you're powerless to give those of Cherag self-sufficiency, and that you're not afraid to have them mocking you. You, head of the SilverAshes. Wrong, Ratos. To menace is the bluff of one who lacks confidence, while I am only recounting the truth. You deem Carlon trade as a menace to Cherag. That in itself is a mockery beyond the heavens. Keh. You've got some gall by the sound of it, Enciotis. I remember. You've been good at talking this sort of talk ever since you were young. Don't waste your breath, Enciotis. Today you will. Would I not hand it over today, General Gulo would have directly assumed control of the valleys, having been stationed close by long ago. You... Don't be so quick to resort to force, Arktos. I can make commitments and decisions accordingly to your proposals. Conflict has been far from my intent up to now. As the head, I will not put up with any losses either. But it's for putting this grievous state of affairs in check, for the alliance of the three clans of the Snow Mountains, then in the capacity of Cheragander's people, the SilverAshes can make concessions. I am fully able to offer the valleys and mines with both hands. You're serious? You can say a fine line, Enciotis. There's no one here who'll be taken in by your drivel. Hence why I say, Arktos, don't rush. Impetuousness will be your weakness. Guardian acts of Cheragander, most pious soldier of Cherag. I can accept these conditions you two have devised, but I will not be handed to the Palirocus, nor the Browntails. Then to whom do you give it? What? Cheragander? Completely correct, Arktos. Most faithful of the people of Cheragander. Every inch of territory of the SilverAshes, and of all you two, is fundamentally accorded to us by Cheragander's trust. We merely supervise it in Cheragander's place. Hold on, you can't be. It is as you imagine, Ratos. I've decided I will hear your demands, and give the SilverAshes valleys and mines in whole to the Vinebear Court, for the Saint is to handle its factories and pits. What? So as to avert conflicts between the three clans, Cherag ought to have a leader who can hold the faith of both the three clans and the Snow Realm citizens at once. Though we've managed, I believe that having the Vicar of Chiragander take control of Chirag once again, as in times past, is a fair and reasonable thing. I imagine that peacefully setting this issue, peacefully partitioning the SilverAsh's assets, and peacefully avoiding a direct clash of the three families is what we hope for by all rights. Ratos, Arktosh, I can give up my valley and the mines on this one condition. What do you think?
A spell of silence. The attending nobles look amongst each other, trying to comprehend what purpose lies within the words. The only sound, the scratching of the transcriber's pen. But that freezes to a few short seconds later, hung in the atmosphere. The first to break the silence is a pencil as it carelessly clatters to the ground, alongside a stunned gasp from an unknown someone. I like how they actually have the sound effect of the pencil falling. Immediately, consciously, low murmurs of discussion arise one after another, as if a pan of roasty in lowly heated oil. Oh, so that's Gnosis, dot dot dot. Look, look, it's that man from Edelweiss. That man from Edelweiss's.
The Gnosis cur has the nerve to show his face here. I spit on him. Patooey!
Gnosis looks unimpressed. He looks so unimpressed. Good word. He's turned this way.
Pah! See the look in his eyes? Heaven knows why Mr. Enciotis ever gave him such great responsibility, when his parents clearly plotted.
Tut tut tut. Shut it now. You'll anger Chiragander if you speak of these things atop Carlon. If you have to admit it, though you have to admit, his happy days are at an end. Mr. Enciotis obviously couldn't tolerate his conduct 1 second longer.
Really? Did Mr. Enciotis finally pull him from his post?
Yes, didn't you know? At the council last month, he removed him from his office on the spot.
He's already out then? That's wonderful. His number was long up.
Sir Gnosis.
I've warned that we should not converse on these occasions.
Yes, my apologies. Only, I received an urgent message. The train carrying Rhodes Island's delegation is almost at Carlon's foot already. You had some interest in this company. Do you want to go and meet them?
The Snow Realm has reached a major juncture. If their external forces that have been drawn in, then I'll naturally meet them when the time comes. No need to go out of my way. Besides, I'm merely an employee on probation now. What position do I have as pretext to meet them?
Sir, it really was disappointing to see how Enciotis acted, ejecting you as a figurehead just to appease the other two clans.
Appease? Enciotis' thoughts are by no means as simple as that. I've heard Rhodes Island really did succeed in slowing the exasperation of Encia's eropathy.
Yes.
then they do, in fact, have the resources to win the SilverAsh's favor. But the attention of Encia is both a blessing and a curse. No easy judgment yet.
You mean?
There's no extraneous meaning to what I said. Or extraneous meaning. Anyhow, presumably those in the company must have applauded and cheered, the same way those two dilettantes did just now, hearing I was gone.
None of them understand your worth, Sir Gnosis.
Using the word worth to describe a person implies the person can be weighted.
Sir?
By now, Encia should have proposed his idea for the Saintess to lead the Tri-Clan Council. The meeting hall, at this moment, should be utter chaos. Encia, in the end, this is a step you took after all.
You're the one who understands Encia the most. Only you can stand in the way of his ambitions. ... Oh yeah, I forgot that the event name was Break the Ice.
The wind's picked up. It's going to snow.
A massive snowflake sticks against Gnosis' shoulder, only for the frigid wind to pitilessly immediately blow it off. Chirag's snowstorms are far from rare. They only need the clouds to gather thick enough, waiting just for a turning point. Once the equilibrium of the air that supported those clouds is smashed, and losing its bracing power, during this whole time, are we still on the train getting here? Does Encia seriously mean for the Saintess to become Chirag's queen? Impossible. This is Encia we're talking about. But he seems serious about those ideas he spouted just now. No matter how you put it, think how incredible it'd be if Chirag could unite under the Saintess' leadership. Chiragander's land really should return to Chiragander. The whispers amongst the bystanders come together, and momentarily, the roar of the wind outside the window is covered by the voices. Encia, do you have any idea what you're saying?
I'm clear as I could be. Let us lay everything out in the open. I originally held that, so long as the results were had and the SilverAsh's sincerity was clear to you all, you would discard your prejudices and hand in hand with me, lead Chirag forward. If the three clans could act together, then regardless of any difference in earnings, a country's stance upon foreign trade versus a company's stance upon foreign trade are completely divorced concepts, and the results obtained will be a world apart. Maybe my pace was too fast, and led you to believe instead I was planning to submissively hand Chirag to outsiders? As if you weren't. Encia, Carlon is not your theater to act in. Chiragander will punish you for every lie you spewed. In that case, That Carlon still permits me to stand here is my greatest proof. Leave it at that. I know full well I can't change your thinking, but I don't plan to alter Carlon trade policy because of your short-sightedness either. Carlon Trade values Chirag's mines and factories, and they aren't the totality of the company. Letting them bring the company into stasis is far less worth it to me. If we let an eye for an eye go on any longer, then in the long run, we'll have spent excessive energy on uniting our views, and it'll have given outside threats a chance to hijack. Like you, this is in no way what I want. Therefore, I ultimately resolve to hand over all executive powers to the Saintess. It will be for the Saintess to determine. I can accept this arrangement, and I believe all present can too. A heap of nonsense! Who would believe words like these from someone trampling on the faith of Chiragander? Trampling? I know that's how you see it. Many harbor prejudice towards the change Carlon Trade has brought. But labor is the very foundation on which Chirag was stood. Forget not that should they still have work at noon, the Brown Tails people pass on kneeling in prayer to Carlon. And if things are busy, they certainly do not take the monthly visit to Carlon to hear the teachings.
Huh. Encia, pulling some ham-fisted strawman like this isn't one bit persuasive. What next? Are you going to say that everything you've done to Carlon is by Chiragander's counsel?
Chiragander. Page 1, line 1. Her tears are the ice eternally unmelting. Her back the unbreaking mountain. Her breath the cold wind of winter. Her smile the warm light of spring. When she awakes, shall the mountain summon her, and the sky cast down lustrous spectra. No one has ever said that the Holy Mount can truly stand her. Mount Carlon's uniqueness is owed to the Vine Bear Court being situated on it. If you denounce me for harm of the Vine Bear Court's interests, I will readily concede that. Besides, I have brought my full good faith. And in addition, those who toil will hold power, and those who idle will suffer. I have never gone against her teachings. Utter tripe. The Vinebear Court is Chiragander's representative upon this land, and the Saintess of the Vinebear Court, her Terran speaker. How do you think you can change this with a mere few utterances? Great Elder, will the Vinebear Court suffer these wild lies? Naturally, I have to protest what Mr. Encia says. However, day in and day out, the scholars wage countless disputes over interpretations of her words. The Vinebear Court is not a place of out loud dissent by any means. Who is right and who is wrong? Far be it from you or me to have the final say, Arktosh. Page 3, line 5. In the beginning, Chirag had but one untamed settlement, so until she lifted her head from the amidst the mountains.
This time, following Enciodis' start, some nobles notably began to recite alongside him. She became as human, and lived in survival with the untamed, yet they feared her might and honored her as divine. More came to gather her side, and so was Cherag born, and she, its first ruler. Under her guidance, did Cherag flourish and thrive in bountifulness. Dot dot dot.
Bartosz, tell me, what does page 321, line 1 say? After she held the kingdom for 3 centuries, there came one day when she passed the ruler's title to her helper and vanished amidst the blizzard. Henceforth, Chirag was given unto the people's hands. Everyone, we are all of Chirag, and all her people. It is exactly as I said before. If there is someone able to determine how we should proceed, then it is not I, nor you, nor Radatos. This someone must be our speaker, the Saintess. That we do not trust each other won't matter. The Saintess will determine for us and show us towards the future. Or do you mean to admit, somehow, that you don't trust the Saintess to make the fairest ruling? That you don't trust her speaker upon this land? In an instant, the attention of every noble there focuses onto Arktosh. You, Enciotis, how dare you!
Enciotis, if you're hoping this level of provocation will rouse any reaction in us, then that's far too disappointing of you. The Saintess was born a SilverAsh, that we all know. But her character is equivalently common knowledge. She is still Cherag's Saintess. From the moment she received the glory and duty of Cheragander, the people of Cherag have been witness to her every word and action. Her conduct has been impartial ever since she took up the title. As things stand, how can we be skeptical of her simply for her common birth? It's like you said. Cheragander was born of heart and resolved to give Chirag's future to her people. But you and Enciotis, choosing only now after all this time to bring up Cheragander, expounding on her virtue and benevolence, is that not out of some ulterior motive, really? You are the one disrespecting the Saintess, Enciotis, coming in with sophistry to coerce and take advantage of her people. That's a grave accusation, Radatos, far graver than your criticisms of Carlon trade. It seems our continuing this discussion further will only add to the maelstrom of conjecture. Given so, we may as well ask the Saintess to come here, and we'll set things straight in front of her. Humph, no objections. With all 3 clans gathered here, I expect there won't be any room for your tricks. Well then, in the interest of fairness, may we trouble the Great Elder in our humble request of the Saintess? So be it. I'll go and ask her. Exercise patience, please. Am I finally gonna meet the Saintess? Oh, okay, that's her. Oh. Yeah, I can see her being a SilverAsh. It's all the tail. I think it might be snowing outside. What's so strange about that? The snow never stops falling on this mountain. I like Char's hair. Char has really nice hair. Something's different. So, Enciotis proposes that 3 families hand their power to me. For me to decide Chirag's future? Indeed. I mean, I didn't even know that, like, Cliffheart was the sister too. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I thought SilverAsh was just like an only child. I don't know, I expected him to be like that super spoiled only child. But nope, nope. Indeed. What do you think of it, Anya? Well met, Great Elder.
Enya, here you are. I imagine you've probably heard about the Assembly's affairs.
If you mean the transferal of power, yes. I already know. There's been progress then? If you've come for me now?
Keen ever since you were little, young one. It's reached the point where the clan's views clash like fire and water. Before this council convened, SilverAsh gave me a hint or two. That under the current situation, the plan he'd suggest may well de-escalate.
It seems you don't approve of my actions, last council after all. Great Elder?
Enya, oh Enya. Come, child, look outside. Could you know the years it took for the frost and the snow to finally cover these mountains?
Ooh, hello, hello.
And could you know how many years had to pass for us to have this pure holy summit where we stand?
I understand. But her tears are the ice, eternally unmelting. Her back the unbreaking mountain. Her breath the cold wind of winter. Her smile the warm light of spring. If everything was Trigander's gift, then why must Trigander's people still fear the blizzard?
In that respect, you and him do seem alike, yet different too.
Pardon me?
Nothing, just an old man thinking aloud. What you say is correct, Saintess. You spent all your time atop the summit, and the mountains have bowed to Cheragander's speaker in turn. To think so is quite right. However, in snow this great, built up over so many years, how many of Cheragander's people will be buried, should it ever collapse? To me, Cherag's peace of mind has always come first and foremost. I trust, Saintess, that you are the same. It's about time. The 3 are still in the hall, awaiting you. You cannot appear too soon. But I wouldn't advise you to be too late either. Now is the perfect time.
May you both come this way, please. Alright. Chirag's peace of mind. Letting the snow carry on building underfoot, without a place for us to clear away. Will that be peace for Chirag? Cheragander, I pray, watch over your people. The Saintess arrives. In the wake of the blizzard sweeping the mountain, the clear, sharp bell strokes come as if from the heavens to the ears of Cheragander's people. Where she passes, no noble fails to stand, offering the most formal etiquette, chanting the most devout prayer. Frost and snow have fallen by your will to bring to Cherag's blessings. For the event right now, I kind of feel bad for SilverAsh, guys. It seems like he's under a lot of stress right now. But yo, me and Cliff, like Cliffheart, we be chillin'. We're just on the bus. Or on top of the train, was it? We're just talking about the mountains. Our boys next to us too, just watching us have fun. And then that elite operator dude is just on top of his phone, Googling sightseeing places and going on Yelp looking up food places, I'm assuming. Or maybe he's on YouTube just watching videos to pass the time. Understandable.
Saintess, it's been long.
With your litany of occupations, you've neglected worship, Sirenciotis. It truly has been long.
You requested an investigation of the valleys and mines prior, Saintess. I could not, of course, neglect that. Once all this is settled and done with, I will personally lead a procession in worship to Carlon.
Your faith in Cheragander is apparent throughout. Why be so elaborate in proving it? Our plot twist, SilverAsh's family, their hair is like silver because they're stressed. Because it's purely due to stress. Oh, that'd be kind of cool in a way, but sad. I do like silver hair though. But it'd be kind of funny if that was the case. Your faith in Cheragander is apparent throughout. Why be so elaborate in proving it?
That is a fine jest, great Saintess.
I hear a sister of yours has come back to Cherag.
You're well informed, Saintess. She should be on the path to Carlon with an honored guest at this very moment.
A guest?
Indeed. Up till now, my sister has been receiving treatment at a medical firm called Rhodes Island for her erypathy. For the coming grand ceremony, I've invited one of said firm's leaders to visit Cherag as a gesture of thanks.
You care much for your sister, Sirenciotis. Truly, it's admirable.
You flatter me, Saintess. I presume you already know my proposal. What do you think of it?
What are Sir Arktosh and Lady Ratatos's considerations?
I, Arktosh, with my faith in Cheragander visible to all, say that let alone merely having the Saintess be the mediator of the three clans.
Hold it, Arktosh.
I could hand my position as head to her, and what shame would it be?
And you, Lady Ratos? Who could possibly say no in this moment? Who would dare say no in this moment? For the great Saintess to be the arbitrator of the three clans, in this present situation, is indeed the best option. I understand. As the three clans' heads all submit to this, and are willing to entrust themselves to me, I shall respond in kind to all, and assume the duty of guiding Cherag. What is this next one? Ooh! When in Cherag, You find it difficult to turn down such hospitality, so why not have some fun for the time being? Wait, that is so different. It went from drama to, oh my gosh, it's vacation time, let's have some fun, you guys. What? Eh? Vacation?
Now that this is settled, the three clans must start liaising frequently with one another. We must further discuss the specific of the transfer of powers to the Saintess and what powers each family is allowed to keep. However, aside from this, the preparations the three of us must make for the ritual are equally important. Therefore, with the upcoming ceremony, I propose we seize the occasion and transfer our powers to the Saintess at the same time. The ceremony and the transfer of powers are managed by different individuals. As such, both can be conducted at the same time. What's more, the ceremony also calls for the participation of the clan leaders. What do you think of the idea, if I may so ask? The decision has been made. It will happen in due course.
This year's ceremony will also be a ceremony for the transfer of powers to the Saintess. Guess we have something to look forward to.
In that case, I will have my men draft the relevant documents and distribute them across Chirag. I am sure the masses will be rejoiced to learn of this. Wait, is something the matter? You can't hoodwink your way out of this, Encia. Who will manage the valleys and the mines in the next few days? Gnosis was in charge, but you had him fired. Who will take care of all that? You needn't worry, Arknights. I hired an expert from outside Chirag.
Please don't be me. I don't want to be in charge of the mines. I barely keep up with my base. I'm bad at my base.
This expert will conduct a field investigation on the valley and the mine from a disease prevention perspective, and construct a medical facility within SilverAsh territory. I will put this person in complete control of the two areas. Look at the time. The train should be arriving in Carlon right about now. If you two would like to meet the expert, you need only wait a short moment longer. Enough of this nonsense. I have no idea who you hired and what you're planning with this medical charade. However, this so-called expert of yours will stay within my sight at all times. This is my guest you're talking about, Arknights. That's exactly why, Encia. You said that overmining was Gnosis' doing, and I couldn't care less whether that's the case or not. The way I see it, anyone you hire might as well be another Gnosis. We may be rid of one, but there will always be more. You want to leave your men in charge of the place? Fine, but you will have to show me what this expert is capable of. If your expert does well, then not only will they be your guest, Encia, I vow to welcome them with my warmest hospitality as my own guest. What's the matter? You were talking so big. Do you really need so much time to think? If everything is as you said, what is there to hesitate about? Or do you mean to tell us this person you hired is indeed another Gnosis, here to do your dirty work again? The Palirocus has always been in charge of the Vine Bear Court security. Now that I've agreed to turn these lands over to the court, I cannot be more reassured with the Palirocus looking after them. That said, a word of advice, Arknights. You'd better be careful. Entertaining this guest of ours will be no walk in the park. Ha, not a problem. There are no guests we Palirocus cannot entertain. Let's find out whether this guest is as stiff-necked as you.
So curious?
I need to look into this guest.
Having me run your errands again?
I'm not in the mood for your sharp tongue.
Grr. Monk, Monk? Monk here. Give me the car.
Of course.
Yucatan, go!
Please watch your step, madam. Velius, what is your view on all this?
I'm afraid I'm not capable enough to see Encia's intent.
I don't blame you, but I certainly didn't expect that crafty woman Ratatos to agree to it. I don't get it.
It's Matriarch Ratatos. I'm sure she has her ideas.
Humph. All I know is that SilverAsh Brat has to be planning something. And he may sound like he has a point, but I will never believe anything he says so easily. Tell Gulo to invite Encia's guests over. We'll figure out what to do later.
Yes, sir. Man, I didn't expect it to start snowing the moment we got off the train. Doctor, let's wait till it stops before we head up the mountain. Okay. That's some heavy snow. Snowball fight, who's in? You know, I've never had a snowball fight, so might as well. Actually, that sounds like fun. But we still have a long way to go. We should save our strength. It's kind of a pain to get into Carlon right now. I hope the train will take us all the way to the foot of the mountain one day. And does this game have multiplayer? Not really. I mean, you can bring along friend support. I mean, there was an event that had multiplayer in it. That one collab. And that was fun, but I felt kind of bad though because I had to have the others carry me. Because my team were babies. And they had like max level people, max skilled people. But it's okay. We got most of the rewards. I still felt just the slightest bit bad. No, very, very bad. They said they would carry me, but I'm like, I'm sorry, my dudes. I'm so sorry. Like, sorry. Just sorry.
I hope the train will take us all the way to the foot of the mountain one day. We may call this the Carlon Railway, but there's actually a stretch of distance from the station to the foot of the mountain, where we aren't allowed to build anything.
They still aren't allowed to build anything there? Sounds like it's going to be difficult then. Oh, it's going to be difficult. We gotta walk.
There is a lot of resistance to the idea. I'm not too sure about this stuff, but I don't think it's going to be easy. A lot of the people here insist on walking every single step up Mount Carlon. Thinking to do otherwise would be unfaithful, but I don't think Chiragander would mind. We Chirag folk always keep faith in our hearts. How would taking a train straight up to the mountain change any of that? Sir Enciotis always wanted to have the railway go straight to Carlon. Alas, the lands up ahead belong to the Pelorocus. Sir Arktosh would never let him build any tracks there. Half a year ago, there was even a bit of tussle between General Gulo of the Pelorocus and Gnosis.
With Gnosis? Alright, I haven't heard anything about him for a while. Is he doing okay?
He was fired because of that scuffle. One of the reasons Sir Encia invited the doctor here is because he wanted the doctor to fill his role. Huh? How come no one told me that? Doctor, did anyone...
There's so many. Why are so many in there? What's the matter? Who are you people? Are they here to escort me, the great doctor? Uh-oh.
Lady Encia, get behind me.
Who are you, sir?
Oh, that's Gulo.
Gulo's the dude who was sick with a cold. Gulo? Your boy said that you're sick with a cold. I mean, wait, actually, no, it makes sense that he came to me. I am the doctor after all. Just oof. The big oof.
On Sir Arknights' orders, I am here to extend the SilverAsh's guest, Misaki, an invitation to the Arknights' estate.
You're bringing all these soldiers along to invite our guests to your place? What kind of sick joke is this? This place belongs to my family, the SilverAshes. General Gulo, you may work for the Palairokas, but I suggest you don't do anything out of line.
I see you're here as well, Lady Encia. You'll have to pardon me for my intrusion.
I'll cut to the chase. Dr. Misaki is SilverAsh's guest, and you aren't bringing anyone along on your way home. Not on my watch.
Relax, Lady Encia. Sir Arknights only wanted to invite the esteemed guest to pay our humble abode a visit.
As if my brother would agree to something that unreasonable.
Not to worry, Lady Encia. Your brother, Sir Encia, has already given us his approval.
No way.
It's true. Also, Lady Encia mentioned the ownership of the land here. This isn't SilverAsh territory anymore. From now on, the land belongs to the Vine Bear Court.
Come again? What is the meaning of this? First, it's the reason the doctor was invited here. Now it's the ownership of the lands. What else were you keeping from me?
Sorry, Lady Encia.
Come on, what's happening?
Which one of you is Misaki?
Me, I guess? Maybe? It's me, it's him, definitely ain't me. You know, I'm gonna be a bull doctor, so yo, it's me.
The one in the hood. Right, it's you.
I forgot Sharp was here. Breathes a long sigh. Easy now. Wait. Don't make trouble here. Easy now, easy now.
If you say so. Don't move. Hands off your weapons. Last warning, no funny moves. You don't seem very happy about our arrangement. Know your place, outsider. Sir Arknights gave you an invitation. Most people are never so lucky. You dare act so impudent, knowing there is an esteemed guest who stands before you?
You hear footsteps accompanied by dull metallic clanking sounds. An impressively tall woman walks towards you. Tall lady? Immediately, everything falls silent. The Chirag soldiers surrounding you put away their weapons and step aside with timid looks on their faces. She takes a quick glance at you. She takes a quick glance at all of you, briefly pausing as her gaze lands on the elite operator standing next to you. The moment their eyes meet, they put their hands on their weapons by pure instinct. I assume you will do whatever it takes to get this doctor to pay your visit today.
We have our orders, and Sir Enciotis gave us his approval. You shouldn't have a problem with that.
Relax. I'm not here for you.
Lady Encia, Enciotis asked me to escort you home.
Dagenbrecker, did my brother really?
Correct. I'm here to receive our guests for Enciotis, and I've done that now.
And you'll hand me over to these guys straight away? What happened to my vacation?
That's right. Please go on. Looks like Sir Enciotis is so busy he doesn't have the time to come fetch the doctor himself. Correct. Put your weapon down. I would rather not offend our guest's bodyguard in any way. It's part of my job to carry a weapon at all times. And you're not my boss.
Enough, Sharp. No bloodshed here.
I'm the doctor's bodyguard. Wherever the doctor goes, I go. My instructions are to invite the doctor, and the doctor alone.
It's okay, Sharp. Hugo'll stand by somewhere else.
If you say so.
Doctor, are you seriously going? Don't worry. This isn't your fault. Hell yeah, this sounds like fun. I'm gonna go with them. You know what? This is Doctor's vacation. Doctor, stop grinning. You're reminding me of my brother. And why are you going along with this? I don't get it.
Gulo, you do well to treat our guests better than that. Say please. Doctor of Rhodes Island, please follow us to Palaroke Estate.
The Black Knight is so well-mannered. Oh? 3-time champion of the Kashmir's Major, the Lithuanian warrior who needs not use arts. Your name still has legs on Kashmir's. Wait. She's part of the Kashmir's Major? I did not know that. I didn't know that. So she is the big warrior lady. Wow, so that is her. Oh, that is cool. That is super cool.
Humph. I'm just Enciotis' bodyguard.
Give him my regards.
I will.
Lead the way. Ah, so she is the champion that they were mentioning during that event. Oh, that's cool. Wow, I didn't know that.
Looks like I'm working overtime again.
Terracom Daily. Extra edition, breaking news. At the Tri-Clan Council that just concluded, the Vinebear Court and the clans have come to a shocking understanding regarding the Carlon mining question. To resolve the differences between the families and to better drive Chirag's development, the clans have all agreed to turn portions of their authority over to the Saintess, in accordance with the teachings of Chiragander. Moreover, The clans have all agreed to fully assist the Saintess in her role as a leader in service of leading Chirag towards a better tomorrow.
Enciotis! You're home, Encia. You've traveled far, my dear sister. Enciotis, why? Slow down. Why'd you hand the doctor over to the Palirocus? I need the doctor to carry some Gnosis responsibilities for me. And as you know, the relationship between Carlon Trade and the Palirocus has been tense. Arktosh demanded that the doctor operate under his supervision, and it's a reasonable ask.
Then why didn't you tell the doctor? Not even I knew about this arrangement.
It happened after I had the invitation sent out.
But still.
I know Rhodes Island saved you, and I know you think very highly of the doctor. Trust me, Encia. I think of the doctor no less highly than you do.
Do you really, SilverAsh?
If the doctor comes to harm there, the Palirocus will pay the price.
No, Enciotis. I'm not just a SilverAsh. I'm an employee of Rhodes Island. I have a responsibility to ensure the doctor's safety. Leave that to me.
You've grown up, Encia. Let's do this then, Matterhorn. Sir. Have someone keep an eye on what's going on over there. As soon as the doctor begins work in the valleys and mines, you may take Encia to see the doctor. Very good, sir.
Enciotis.
Go, Encia. Rest well.
All right. Man, SilverAsh's mansion looks pretty nice, actually.
Master, about the doctor. Matterhorn, make sure Encia is safe. I will.
It's useless, you know.
She isn't the kind of girl we can keep inside the house.
I'll keep an eye on her.
I need you on standby.
So be it then. Speaking of which, how much do you know about this doctor of Rhodes Island?
An excellent scholar of outstanding professionalism who understands the profits that Rhodes Island will see from working with me. That the doctor so quickly got the grasp of the situation and accepted the arrangements shows that I was correct in my assessment. Why do you ask?
I don't think this doctor is merely a scholar, great at sniffing things out, no doubt, and much more so than you expected to. And besides, this doctor sends you regards.
Do you think the doctor foresaw all this?
I sense not a bit of surprise under that hood. Not only did the scholar of yours understand the situation completely, there was never even a hint of astonishment, and I must emphasize that. Man, SilverAsh and Dagenbreaker think that Dr. Misaki is like super genius, big brain, but in actuality, Dr. Misaki's like, yo, this sounds fun, I'm gonna go along with it, wee! What's more, apparently, my reputation precedes me.
Looks like our friend came prepared.
Trust my intuition, Enciotis. I have an eye for people. You might have made yourself an enemy with this move of yours.
An enemy? No, if the intel I gathered and your descriptions are correct, then the doctor will become my dearest friend. Or should I say, I will become the doctor's dearest friend? Sir Enciotis, it's time for your meeting. Let's go.
Tisk, what's Gnosis doing here? He never showed his face at meetings like this. Humph. I heard the one they hired to clean up his mess is finally here. I bet he couldn't bear with his shame any longer, and came to beg the boss for mercy. Haven't you heard? Gnosis' replacement was taken away by Palirocus. The way I see it, he's here to try his luck, thinking he's still got a chance. Impossible. There's no chance at all. Gnosis sits quietly in the conference room. Everyone sits far away from him, but their gossip echoes through the room, clear as day.
Gnosis, it's been a while. You've lost weight. Thanks to you, Mr. President. We spent 4 years in Victoria together. It pains me to see things turn out this way. Enciotis, you've thrown me under the bus already. Let's skip the pleasantries. Gnosis, you prick. Don't you know who you're talking to?
Oh cool, it's the same sprite from... Right, the same sprite from the other event, the Near Light event.
If it wasn't for your friendship with the president, you wouldn't even be allowed to stand here right now. Stand here, now that you're sacked. I don't remember needing anyone's permission to stand here. How dare you! Gnosis, there is no doubt that Carlon Trade owes much to you for its establishment and growth. However, whether you have a right to be here or not, that is not for you to say. Uncle Chester, please. Very well.
Oh, this is the uncle. I thought this dude was a butler. Oops, sorry, uncle. Sorry, Uncle Chester. The big oof.
First, regarding the sentencing of Carlon Trade's former chief technical officer, Gnosis Edelweiss. There is no doubt that the expansion of the valleys and mines under Gnosis Edelweiss's management has brought the company tremendous profit. But, on the other hand, the rapid expansion strategy and the secret mining of Carlon has brought the company under the repeated scrutiny of the Tri-Clan Council. In particular, when the other clans asked to participate in the Valley's investigation, Gnosis planned to ambush the two clans' inspection team. This has severely damaged Carlon Trade's image and the SilverAsh's standing in the Tri-Clan Council. Therefore, President Enciotis has decided that, effective today, Gnosis Edelweiss will be formally terminated as a Carlon Trade employee. So that's why you had me come. You wanted to read all these criticisms you have for me out loud, in front of everyone. Your actions have brought harm to Carlon Trade's profits. This is how I answer our stakeholders. I hope you can understand. Very well, Enciotis. I would never have imagined, all those years ago when I came to Chirag, to build this place up with you, that this is how it would all end. I'm sure both you and I agree that it's far more important to do what's reasonable and beneficial than look back on old times. That said, I will leave your lab. You are free to keep using it as soon as any sensitive Carlon trade data has been removed. I could also arrange for you to join a caravan heading for Victoria, if that's what you prefer. I have to answer to all the stakeholders here. Likewise, I have to give you an answer. If you think what you are doing is reasonable, then I feel nothing but disappointment in you. Carlon trade, yet needs my technology, and Chirag's industrial sector has not come so far that it can progress without importing core technologies from the outside world. You promised me a suitably large stage and backed my research so that we can break new ground in these promising snowlands for the welfare of the people in Chirag. In the end, this is where my stage is, and I am being thrown under the bus for this company. I still approve of your achievements in academic research, Gnosis. That is why, more so than anyone, I'm hoping that you could reflect on what you've done. You should never have let things get out of my control. Humph. Are you so weak now that you're scared of letting anything out of your iron grip? If that doesn't open my eyes.
Hey, no, sis, you're supposed to be a good researcher, right? You want to join my Rhodes Island? You can work in my base all you want. Work in the basement. You can live there rent-free. Ooh, good night to you. A loud bang reverberates throughout the room. Gnosis slams the conference room's door shut with enough force that the gust of wind sends paper flying throughout the air. Shocked by the sudden thunderclap, the spectators all instinctively look toward the source of the sound before casting their heads down under the invisible pressure. No one knows just what expression Encia holds in this moment.
Let's continue, Chester. As requested by Sir Arktosh, the leader of Rhodes Island, Dr. Misaki, will be in charge of the transfer of the valleys and mines under the protection of Palirocus. We will formally introduce the doctor to everyone at the company once all the tasks at hand are complete. On to our next topic, the meat of our meeting today. The preliminary discussions on how to partition the company's power and hand it over to the Saintess. First off, on the matter of tariffs. What do I call you, outsider?
Misaki. Call me doctor. Hi, Mr. Arktosh. I'm Misaki. Is this my room? Is this my Airbnb? I'm a little hungry, so can I have some food? May I have some food, Mr. Arktosh? Like, you brought me here. Are you gonna feed me? Are you gonna take me sightseeing? But I am Misaki.
Funny name. Valius told me that Enciodus's people call you the Doctor. That's what I'll call you. Doctor, do you know why you're here?
I don't. I mean, I'm here for my vacation. I was told that I was gonna come here as a guest and that we're gonna go sightseeing a lot and eat lots of good food and make snowmen.
Humph. Enciodus wants you to take Gnosis's place, but I don't trust his people. That's why I'm keeping my eye on you.
I didn't know that was part of my job description. Encia didn't fill me in on the details. I'm just here on vacation. You've got the wrong person, I'm telling you. I'm on vacation. This is my summer vacation out in the mountains. Please stop playing dumb. Considering Sir Encia invited you now, of all times, no one will believe that you came to Chirag for mere sightseeing.
Valius, tell our guest the deal.
Sir Encia has decided to transfer the valley and the mines to the Vine Bear Court. The man who was in charge of the mines and the factory was his subordinate Gnosis. And ever since Gnosis was dismissed, the quaternary position has been left vacant. According to Sir Encia, you are his replacement. I see. ... I see. My vacation.
Looks like you have a clear understanding of the situation now. Until I am sure that Encia isn't making any funny moves in the mines and the valleys, you aren't leaving this place. Don't you even think about pulling any tricks yourself. My men don't care about etiquette nearly as much as Enciodas's people. If they want your head, there's nothing I can do to stop them. Boss, look at the squirt. I wouldn't know where to chop if I were to try my blade on this.
Well, am I that short?
Haha. Humph, shut up, all of you. I'm not going to make things too hard for you, outsider. In the end, you're Enciodas's guest. As long as you play along, we won't do anything to you. Am I making myself clear?
I'm not worried. All of you look like reasonable people to me. Also, this is my new Airbnb. And you're all gonna feed me, right? You're gonna give me like the nicest room in here? You're gonna give me the best food, right? Why are you looking at me like that, Mr. Gulo?
Enough, Valais. Show our guests to the bedroom.
Very good, sir. Ooh, this is my Airbnb, huh? I gotta check it out. Okay, so it has a... Is that a giant bed? I can't tell. It's either a bed or a couch. Either way, I like it. I sleep on the couch sometimes because it's cooler there. That's a nice looking desk. Imagine having an actual desk and not a nightstand. Haha, couldn't be me. Is that a bookshelf in the background? Yeah, imagine having like a nice setup like this. Yo, imagine having a lamp too. Wow, this is a pretty nice room. Yeah, it's a nice room. Anya, I'm coming in. Oh, never mind, it's not my room. Oops. I knew it. You're still sleeping. Anya? Rise and shine. Uh-huh? Morn. After a brief fuss, Anya gets dressed and sits in front of her dressing table. Char naturally stands behind her and combs her hair. What's the matter now? You know, isn't it a good thing to become leader of all three clans? You always say that in the Vinebear Court, your role is simply to keep the masses calm. And most of the time, it's actually the Great Elder who calls the shots. This is an opportunity. Man, Char is like so into this. I wouldn't be so worried if it had been Arctos or even Ratatos who brought up the idea. But it was Encia who made that proposal. Perhaps the guilt suddenly got into him? I sure hope so. But if you're so worried about this, couldn't you have turned it down? Didn't you agree to it without thinking twice? That's because there wasn't a point to dragging it out. No one had any grounds to object. It doesn't matter whether he really wants me to be Cherag's leader. There wasn't anyone who could reject the proposal then and there. And if we had set the issue aside, more people would have found out. You told me that the masses have gotten used to peace, just like they've gotten used to the endless snow on the mountains. The people of Cherag wish for peace first and foremost, and they gravitate towards those who can bring them peace. Right, peace. Whether it's the peace that Encia brought them, or the peace that the Vinebear Court brought. That's why, even if I turned down the offer, the people would have asked me to accept. So I might as well take the initiative myself, before the Great Elder makes all the arrangements. You think Encia foresaw that? He made a proposal that no one could refuse. Under normal circumstances, he would have been the last person to suggest this. I am sure both Arktosh and Ratatos thought the same thing. I can see why Arktosh went along with it, but Ratatos, she was never the kind of person to give up easily. What a headache. I really hope that Cheragander will hear my prayers and teach the Great Elder and the 3 clan leaders a good lesson. Perhaps she has already heard your prayers. Perhaps she has already heard your prayers. And it just isn't the time yet. Do you want her to take care of Encia too? For him, as cruel as possible. Dang, Anya! Dang! Now let's put this necklace on you. And we're done. Right. Would you give this letter and scarf to Encia? Also, ask her to come pay the mountain a visit, right? You know me well. Also, send the word out that I'll be analyzing scriptures today, and I don't want to be disturbed. I need some time to think. Of course. After Char leaves the room, Enya opens her drawer to see an exquisitely decorated vase, holding an eye-catching, elegant rock. I want to see the rock. I want to see the fancy rock. The rock goes ... Oh, it's a sentient rock. Oh, Cheragander, please guide me. What should I do? We no longer live in times where isolation is enough to keep ourselves out of the affairs around us. In the past 100 years, there have been countless exchanges and conflicts between nations. Columbia rose quickly in conflict, while Gaul, a powerful country, was also wiped out in a conflict. All the world's nations are slowly changing in these times, separated by catastrophes. Refusing relations with others is no longer an option. Cherag cannot continue to lock itself away on these snowy mountains. Cheragander's protection, if Cheragander really exists in the first place, can bring the snow realm this far. If we are to go any further, Cherag must grow stronger than ever before. The millennium of peace and quiet has reached its end, and we cannot wait for others to open the door for us. Cherag needs to make contact with the outside world. We must take that step forward while we still have control. That's the SilverAsh tradition. Cherag must remain Cherag. We still have a chance, but time grows short for the snowy mountains. I have seen our world. I have to make a difference. Everything I've witnessed needs to have a meaning. So you're Gnosis.
That's right.
Do you know who I am?
Sikuras Browntail, sister of the Browntail clan matriarch, Ratatos Browntail.
You know that. And you have the balls to forgo a salute?
Oof. Just oof. Why must I salute someone whom I have nothing to do with?
I'm gonna use that free 10 pull later on tonight. I wanna see who I summon, especially since I still have my McDonald's apple pie sitting on my bed frame. It's just been here. It's just been sitting here. It's cold by now, but it's okay. Apple pie tastes good no matter what. You. Don't you know your manners? Yeah, you. Don't you know your manners?
If we must talk manners, you should work on yours first. Sirius Browntail.
Holy cow, so many pools! Wow! Wow, you guys are saving so many pools! Man. Saving... I'm so bad at saving resources, I just use them so easily. I mean, last time I spent my golden tickets on SilverAsh because I don't believe in my gacha luck for the most part. My gacha luck is extremely questionable. Extremely. It just hurts. It hurts though. The big oof. I only have enough for 110 pull right now. But it's okay. I'll get more later. I'm just gonna use my free ticket this time. And then just bide my time for an interesting banner. I need to learn how to save better. I get too tempted looking at banners like, ooh, you look cool, I'm a summon for you. And of course, they almost never come home. Except for Mudrock. Mudrock was nice. She came home in the first 10 pull because she's a nice lady. She felt my love because I only downloaded Arknights because of Mudrock, and then she came home. So I'm like, yo, Mudrock, you and I, we be besties.
I heard all your commotion outside the door. What's more, when nobles meet, they must each first courtesy. Yeah, they must each first curtsy to each other with the Carlon bow. Or Carlon bow. If you show up here without affording me any courtesy, why should I show you any?
Just how outdated is your idea of etiquette?
Etiquette never dies. It's only slowly forgotten. As a noble, you should feel sorry in that.
The Edelweiss have long been in charge of the management of Chirag's texts and records. I admire your knowledge of Chirag etiquette, Mr. Gnosis. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? As much wood as it would want to. Is how I always thought the answer was, but I don't know, is there even an answer to that?
Still though, I'm afraid Madame Sirius isn't here to discuss Chirag etiquette. Could we please move on to the main topic? Very well, I'm curious. Considering Ratatos refused my capitulation, why is she now reaching out to me?
Ooh, thank you. Holy cow! Like, here, seeing how much you guys saved up, it is amazing. That is seriously amazing. Another thing I'd be doing is I use my nice, you know, those epic, that one currency that looks like cubes. I've been buying outfits, you know, out of love. purely out of love. I'm like, you know, this person, this character, I like them. They have an outfit available, I'ma buy it. Though I resisted Saria's outfit. I resisted it. Like, I wanted to buy Saria's outfit, but I'm like, I'm gonna run out soon. Yeah, I gotta just keep saving every so often so I can buy the outfits. Sobs. Just big sobs. Humph. Do you have to ask? It's because your master proposed handing his powers over to the Saintess at the Tri-Clan Council.
I see. In that case, go home and tell Ratatos. Now that things have come to this, I am likely not the only one who will cooperate, given the right amount of sincerity.
Per Sir Arktosh's orders, please stay here while you are not attending to your duties. Wait, what does my Airbnb look like? Wait. Do I not have a... Do I not even have a bed? Do I sleep on the floor? Based on what I see here, there's no furniture, there's no outlets. How am I supposed to charge my phone? Oh shoot. There's no lamp, no couch, no nothing. Aw man. Sad. Wow, congratulations getting Gnosis on 20 pools. That is amazing luck. If you need to head outside, we will serve as your bodyguards. Chirag may be a safe place, but we cannot guarantee no one will take the chance to cause trouble. Thank you. Thank you. Or actually, maybe my bed isn't to like the side. Maybe Valais is offering to give me like a lap pillow. You know how it be? And that, like, her outfit looks super fluffy. That can be my blanket too. Like, who knows? You will be served the finest delicacies that Chirag has to offer. You may also use anything here as you see fit. All your daily needs will be met during your stay with us. Ooh. You know, she's gonna give me the finest delicacies. I wonder what I'm gonna eat. Am I gonna eat snow cones? Actually, snow cones would be great in this weather. I love shave ice. If you require anything, please let the servants know. You may also have them relay anything to me. May I please ask for a bed? Because I feel like there might not be a bed in the corner. May I also have a charger for my phone? Please and thank you. Very well. I look forward to dinner. That too. I want dinner. Keeping an eye on me whenever I head out, huh? Oh, that is my bed. Oh, now I can kind of see the bed. Yeah, it was kind of hidden, huh? I think it looks comfortable enough. That must be a comfortable enough bed. What else do I have in this room? I don't know what else I have here. It's okay. Eripathy consultation and the grand ceremony. Are those the only reasons my brother's inviting you to the snow realm? Oh, the grand ceremony takes place annually in Chirag. It's the biggest event. Well, it says ascent, but I'm assuming that's event. It's supposed to be a V, not a C. Is what I'm assuming. If it is, it's supposed to be a C, I'm sorry. It's the biggest event, and the most important thing to the Chirag people. On that day, everyone in Chirag stops what they're doing and offers Chiragander, the goddess of our mountains, our most sincere prayers. We pray for a happy, peaceful year under the mountain goddess's protection. As for the Eurypathy problem, Chirag didn't have many infected in the past, so most of us don't know much about Eurypathy. In the Snow Realms, Eurypathy is far from the greatest threat we face. But ever since my brother got the mountains connected by railway, we've been getting more and more visitors, and life has also gotten much better. Thanks to that, everyone's starting to learn more about the infected and Eurypathy. I guess Eurypathy is stepping into the limelight since there are no other pressing issues. Ooh, you guys got fun for 6 stars. I know my first 6 star was apple pie, second was my Dorito, Hoshiguma. I think my third might have been Mudrock, or maybe it was Saria. One of those two. And then afterwards, I think it was Ash? Ash during a collab, when I stole my buddy Akai Kaze's luck and summoned while he was there, and also my buddy Dragon summoned while Akai was there too, and we both got Ash because we stole Akai's luck because he's super lucky. Gosh darn it, maybe I have to keep summoning when he's around, like on stream. Oh no, if that's the only way I can get people, big oof. The big oof. Sad. Chirag still doesn't have any professional means to test for Eurypathy, let alone helping the infected get settled and get treatment. Given the situation, you might be the best consultant they can get. Doctor, are you going to accept the invitation? That's not something I can decide all by myself. ... Do you want me to? You want me to go? I'll go if you want me to. Actually, I want to go for the vacation, but you know, might as well get her opinion. I hope she can get Mudrock one day. She's the only one who was nice to me. Like, she was the only one who I was actively going for that came home easy. Which made me proud. I'm like, Mudrock, you're the greatest. Huh? Personally, I really want you to go. My parents died in an accident when I was still a kid. And after they died, my brother, Encia, took over their business to support the family. He kept us afloat all by himself until I came of age. Then, to ensure our family's future, he left Chirag to study in Victoria. Our family was already on pretty shaky grounds before he left Chirag. And that was around when he started getting more and more headstrong. But at least we still got along well as siblings. But things changed ever since he came back and started Carlon trade. Both my brother and sister treated me very well, but for some reason, the two of them started talking less, and their relationship soured. 5 years ago, when the Saintess passed away, my sister joined the trials and became the new Chirag Saintess. She's rarely left Mark Carlon since, and I haven't had a lot of chances to see her. We only write to each other now. And ever since she became the Saintess, it feels like my brother's often at odds with her. I may be very good at mountain climbing, but I wouldn't know where to start to mend relationships. But you're really amazing, Doctor. You get along with everyone, and you've solved a lot of problems for people. That's why I was thinking that if we ever had the chance, maybe you could help me come up with ideas. You know, you should tell your sister to let me summon her. You should be like, hey Anya, you know, Rhodes Island is a nice place, the Doctor's is a nice dude. So you should let the Doctor summon you to Rhodes Island, yeah. And then I can help mend your relationships because I have SilverAsh and you, Encia. I just need your sister, and then ta-da! Woohoo! Happiness! Power of friendship! Yay! So that's my idea, Encia. Do you approve of it? But what, Encia? Is it because my gacha luck is somewhat questionable? You're like, but I don't think you can actually summon my sister and complete the family. Sorry, Misaki. Doctor, I guess this might seem weird coming from me, but I know my brother better than anyone else. He's amazing. But he's the kind of person who doesn't mind doing whatever it takes to achieve his goals. Ooh, konnichiwa to you too. But cool, since it's konnichiwa, that means good afternoon. I'm actually a little worried that you'll end up being a pawn in his game if you go. So that's why it's okay if you don't want to. I'll bear with that for now. I'll bear with it for now. Plus, they're gonna give me all the delicacies, so I'm gonna live in this Airbnb. Eh? What is this thingy? What is this floaty, sparkly thing? That's why I told you should have gotten out while you still could. Oh, that is a good one. I like that one. That is funny. If you have SilverAsh but no Cliffheart and Pamanix, that means you have Gnosis. That's great. I love it. The big oof. Wait, is this the rock? Is this the rock that big sister was staring at? Look at you. Now you're caught. Are you the one who talked to me at the market? You knew this would happen? Wait, are you the voice that talked to me at the market? Am I speaking to rocks? Is that my new power? Exactly. What should I call you? Call me Chera. I changed my mind. I want to be friends with you. Would you like to be friends with me? I just realized, since no one can see or hear what I'm seeing and hearing, they're probably like just listening in on me, just talking to myself in my room. They're probably like, what the heck is wrong with this Dr. Misaki? Like, who are they talking to? And they're talking about being friends? What is this? I don't make friends with shady people. Maybe show yourself first. Why don't you tell me what this talking rock is all about first? Why don't you tell me what this talking rock is all about first? That's classified information. Well, I don't really have so much time to keep bothering you if you really don't want to talk. But it's not so bad to have somebody to talk to, don't you think? ... What is this map? Okay, 2 entrances, 1 exit. Doesn't look like there's any flying enemies here. This is the type of map where I should push people, but nah. I don't have a person that can push that's like raised well. So this be fine. When in doubt, Thorns out, because Thorns is the greatest. So boop. Laura, you're a lovely one to your family. Helping with work the second you're back. No, I'm just doing what I should. I love to take a good look around too. It really does change once you study outside. Far better head on you than my little brother. What a wonderful girl you are, Shame. Who knows if I'll ever find one as nice as... Who knows if I'll ever find one as nice as you again, after I move. Wait, Sasa, you've been living here all this time, right? Why the move? My dad, yesterday at the Tri-Clan Council, they announced the Saintess would lead the three, right? Now Dad's all fired up. Oh, Uncle Zoer was always against Sir Enciotis' open door policy. Right? We all moved here from up north. Back then, so my brother and I could get work. And here, Dad pretty much got used to it over the years. And now they announced the resignation yesterday, and he's over the moons. At dinner last night, he was going on and on, mad at Sir Enciotis for everything he'd done these years, and I was fed up hearing it. I even had an argument with him. But you can't change his mind in the end. We might end up moving straight back to the Palairokus' territory. So what about your brother's job? Who knows? Once the resignation's through, it's up in the air if Terracum can still do business like before. I heard the Palairokus say, see, in the first place, it was the Saintess last council who wanted Sir Enciotis handing the valleys and mines over. If she's going to govern Chirag, Sir Enciotis probably isn't getting any favors. That's true. It's a good thing too. It's a good thing though. You've missed it. Being outside so long. But the three clans got along fine at first. It's just lately, they've fallen out more and more with each other. A lot of people were scared. After the last council, we'd get into a full-blown war. Yeah, it's amazing how Sir Enciotis yielded on this. And he's putting power with the Saintess. Yeah, it should have happened long ago, if you ask me. I don't hate his open door policy, seeing as our family made a good living from it too. But sometimes, it really does feel like the old people say how Chirag's not like Chirag anymore. Him deciding to give away now and make less of a fuss, everyone approves of that. It's just old grumps like your big brother against it. My brother. Wait, her brother's a grump? I'm back. Oh, you silly kid. Told you to relax once you got home. But you just had to work. Softly. And or pathy thing. You might not feel bad about your health, but we still hurt over it. It's alright, sis. A bit of work like this won't get in the way. Where's Bro? He said he was heading to the factory just now, and went out all in a hurry. Said he wouldn't be back today either. The factory? Is that the captain? Captain, is something up?
Vacation's over, Aurora. The doctor got nabbed at the station by Palairogue's family yesterday.
Huh?
Doctor went with them voluntarily. You should get what I mean. Likely some sort of plan ticking under that hood. I took a rough look at the map. Takes some time from the station to the Palairogus. The doctor should have gotten there by now, and we ought to be on our way. I'm using the pretext to head over to yours now to check the situation. Then I'll come out and converge with you.
Got it. She just got home and her vacation's over. Poor Aurora. I guess I'll go rendezvous with the captain then. I see. So you're the one from Rhodes Island. So you don't recognize me. You didn't pick me on purpose. Correct. You're very unique, but I don't know why it is you're so unique. Back at the market, what did you mean? I mean, I feel like I'm one of the only people that can hear rocks talk, so I guess that makes me unique. It was no more than a word of advice. You see, aren't you under the watch of a group of strangers and free to even stroll outside? What do you know? Before I answer your question, tell me first, for what reason did you come to Chirag? Partnership with Carlon Trade to help Cliffheart make up with her siblings. I came here for sightseeing originally. Then your luck is tragic, being drawn into the mess like this without rhyme or reason. Yet it's beyond me. Believing someone who can be so carefree in these circumstances is truly here on a tourist plan. I'm very curious how outsiders like you regard this land of Chirag. It's very peaceful here. The people here are faithful. Backwards. It seems peaceful here. I was gonna say it's cold. It's very cold because there's ice, but no. It's very peaceful here. Peaceful. Yes. It's been peaceful here for over 1,000 years by now. And peace of mind signifies stagnation. Chirag's people are too used to the status quo, to the point they don't care what happens outside, nor have any interest in it. It should be a good thing by all rights, but lately I felt... the way you see it, should Chirag change? It needs to. You can't generalize this issue. I don't know this place well enough yet. I just got here, ma'am. How cautious. But I don't mind the cautious at all. It's just a shame. You probably have little time left to learn about this present country manifests. To learn how this present country manifests. So, what do you know? Teach me, Rock. I have a friend. This friend has been thinking, all this time, about how to finally change Chirag for the better. However, she's thought for a long time, and can't come up with an answer. She's gradually realized that everyone thinks different to her, and their mindsets, no matter who they are, all disturb her. She wants to do something, but every time she wants to, there's always someone advising against her. And now, she finds she's become slowly unable to stop what those people wish to do. And it's in this moment you've arrived. You think this is a sort of omen? Omen? Perhaps any port in a storm is a more fitting description. And invites you of Enciotis, come from outer lands. The spectrum and scent you give me, an otherly feeling, peculiar and novel. The Rock is talking about my scent that I'm giving off. Do I stink? I smell decent. What you talking about, Rock? What scent do I give off? I showered. And tell me, stranger, what does your arrival portend? ... Come to mention it, maybe you can do me a favor. When am I asking for a favor from the Rock? Encia, I hope this letter finds you well. I hear you've come back to Chirag. I'm very happy for that. Though I can't descend the mountain to meet you, getting word that you were safe and healthy delighted me more than anything. I also heard that the people helping to treat your ripathy came to Chirag with you. If I have the chance, I'd love to express my thanks to them for saving my sister. They deserve the blessings of Chiragander. Oh, it's a scent of mystery? Oh. Remember to greet your neighbors and tell them you're sound. Be early to bed and early to wake. And don't forget to pray twice to Chiragander every day. Also, you're not allowed to climb any mountains. Alright, I think you're probably fed up of your sister going on, So stop nagging you there, or nagging you here. May you enjoy your time back home, Encia. I'll pray before Cherigander for blessings upon you. P.S. If you can write a letter back to me, that'll be all the better. Oh, it's so cute. They can send letters to each other. That's adorable. Or maybe, or actually no, maybe Dr. Misaki smells like noodles because I did eat like spicy noodles earlier, and I remember in that one event, Dr. Misaki's known for like chugging boiling noodles. I remember that. Like, a cup noodles, it's boiling, gulp, delicious. And that's just terrifying. Come on. I only got her last letter not too long ago. Seriously, it's like she hasn't written in forever. She's on my case like this every time. Thank you, Char. You're always the one handing me my sister's letters. It's alright. The great saintess can't descend at will, so I go out and about in her place, and bring back outside news to her. It's as she desires to. Sorry though, I've got no room to write a letter back for now. I'm about to get ready for something else. Based on the bag next to you, you're going to head outdoors? Yep. Where are you going? To climb Jungfrau? Come on, I forgot until you mentioned it. I still haven't conquered Jungfrau. But where I'm going is to the valleys this time. The valleys? Aren't they about to be handed over to the Vinebear Court? And there's so many factories there too. What are you going to do? The doctor's gonna head there, which means I have someone to see. Oh, Char, you have no idea who I'm talking about, do you? Ah, I do believe I've heard tell. The guest taken away by the Palirocus? My guest in the first place. Concern for the doctor's safety is really weighing on me. You're such a good girl. But take care. I hear things haven't been too calm there lately.
Lady Encia, we can depart now. Worry not. All responsibility will lie with me on this departure.
You're a huge help, Uncle.
It's rare for you to ask me to help you with things. How would I ever refuse this?
Char, I might be gone for a little long while. If you can, go back and tell my sister I'll reply to her once I'm done. Or after I'm done. It's quite alright. I can wait.
Aurora, I need info to make judgment calls, especially your views as a local. Tell me how you see the doctor's current situation.
Wow, you have max potential with W? That is just amazing. Man, I want one W. I just want a single W.
All I get are L's.
I want a W though. W, I like her. I do enjoy her. Gnosis was likely a very sensitive position, given he was formerly in charge of the mines and valleys. Sir Enciotis putting the doctor in that same position now is bound to draw Arctosia's attention.
Tell me in detail about why the mines and valleys are such a sensitive area.
It'd be more convenient if we had a map on hand. Chirag's topography isn't too complicated, and it's not very finely partitioned either. Usually, us locals just call the area the mines, valleys, woodlands, lakes, mountains, creeks, and plains. The creeks and plains and most of the lakes are the Palarocuses in the north. The browntails in the west are mainly the woodlands and the minority of the lakes. The SilverAshes are mainly the mountains, valleys, and mines. They have so little of the lakes, you can essentially ignore it. And the valleys and mines, actually, they represent nearly half of the SilverAshes' territory already. Between them, the mines have always been incredibly important land to the SilverAshes, because practically all the ore used in Chirag comes from there. While the valleys were only developed in recent years. Originally, they were extremely poor land to work, and they weren't more than a few hamlets. People always considered it an area with no use. But after Sir Enciotis founded Carlon Trade, he chose that land to use for sitting factories. The majority of Carlon Trade's manufacturing is built there, and it's extremely close to Mount Carlon too. On top of that, I exchanged some info with Chirag merchants before we left, but everyone who comes outside to do business is related to Carlon Trade in some way. A month ago, with the Great Saintess's backing, the Browntails and Palarocuses requested and organized a team to investigate health and safety issues at the factories. But the team met a surprise attack secretly ordered by Gnosis, who wouldn't play along at all. I don't know how that info came out, but everyone believes Gnosis was involved in it. Man, poor Gnosis. Poor Gnosis. That led to the Palarokus' head, Arktosh, getting inspiration from the Vinebear Court to send troops to station in the valleys, and it's because of the consequences of Gnosis' extreme actions that he was finally removed.
At the meeting, the doctor mentioned Enciotis' reason for making the invitation. We do help construct Oripathy-related facilities for Carlon Trades, but he never mentioned having the doctor manage anything in his place before. Which is to say, the doctors actively climbed onto the scales of this conspiracy. Very doctor-like to do.
Yes, very doctor-like to do, huh? Dr. Misaki just does anything, huh? That seems likely, but Carlon Trade and Rhodes Island have a perfectly fine relationship, and the doctor would probably only accept because of that relationship. For now, I can't imagine the reason why Sir Enciotis would want to set up the doctor. What do we do now? Contact Dr. Coutsett?
The landship's headed for Victoria. We'd need the use of local large-scale comm station, because our handheld equipment's got no way to get in touch. Breathes a long sigh.
Captain?
I surveyed for stretch. Guard force at the doctor's present placement is low strength. The Palaroke residents should have about 200 in guards, training and arms not up to outside army standard. We can break through on a surprise raid. I've checked surrounding terrain too. Alternate plan is we infiltrate, but that needs setting up explosives in multiple locations beforehand.
Sharp! 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 You don't need to break me out. They're giving me food. They're giving me free food. They gave me a room to stay in. At least let me eat dinner for Sharp.
Going in and pulling out. Both need manufactured explosions to draw attention. There's some points in the wall structure that'll let...
Wait, Captain. I feel like things aren't going to get to that point.
No matter what happens, we need to ensure the doctor's safety. That's our first priority.
I agree with that, but... if we bring force against the House of Palaroke in the run-up to the grand ceremony, then I'm worried Rhodes Island will end up an enemy of Mount Carlon. What will the Cherag operators at Rhodes Island do?
I need to consider the worst case scenario and the least honorable way of solving things. The present outlook is pessimistic. And if I have to make a choice, you know I'll only choose the doctor. We all hope things don't go that far, but you know as well as I that it doesn't depend on us. And I have a responsibility to the doctor and Rhodes Island.
I just can't shake the sense of that. Ziotis probably has his own plans. The doctor chose to play them at their own game, so some kind of clue must have been there long ago, and the doctor's already prepped to deal with it.
I've never doubted the doctor's abilities for the moment. For a moment, I believe. But I need to make my own preparations beforehand. The doctor put me on standby, so there's a place for us in the plan.
Ooh, hello, how's it going? I'm kind of overheating right now. It is very, very hot tonight. I'm kind of suffering, but luckily I have an apple pie right next to me. A delicious apple pie that I'll eat later. It's from McDonald's. Delicious fried apple pie. We need to get in touch with the doctor first.
Aurora?
Hmm?
You respect Encia a lot.
Yes. Without him, I would have never been able to leave Chirag and come into contact with the outside world.
Understandable. But for the moment, I want you to forget that. Starting now, you treat him as a hypothetical enemy. Can you do that? If you feel like you can't, you can head back right now. I won't blame you.
But at the same time, I'm an employee of Rhodes Island too.
Remember what you've just said.
Understood. But do we have to watch out for Cliffheart and the rest too?
I trust Cliffheart, but we have no confidence in Encia SilverAsh. For now, we figure out how to meet up with the doctor.
You're the doctor's subordinates? Slash. In an instant, a hardened steel blade streaks through air, stopping just a hair's width from the woman's neck. Wow, that's a rare way to use a sword here. I like how Char's just like, cool, you talented, dude. Like, that's her first reaction. That is amazing.
Who are you?
Well, there's no need to be this ferocious to an ordinary girl you've just met.
Pining the position and cracking a joke in this context, does it make you an ordinary girl?
Put the blade down first. Your Rhodes Island doctor sent me. I was asked to bring you a message. Ooh, now it's time for the fight. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to plan this? I wanted to hit everyone. But if I have to focus, maybe I'll focus on this side for him. Okay, this should be fine. Maybe. I love Sharp's dedication though. 6 million LMD? Wow. You have a lot. Yo, that is amazing. I wish I had that much. Let's see, who do I want to put here? And temporarily I'll put her here. Just to see how painful this is. Okay, it isn't too bad. I'm just biding my time to see who I want to put out. SilverAsh took my money and he's still not, like, fully raised yet. Soon enough he will be, though. I feel some fear if someone can hit her from here. Wait. What is this range? Oops. You know, over here should be fine? Maybe? Yeah. Oh, I hate how that dude has some range. Now that kind of annoys me. You know, I guess I'll put monster here. Let's see. I feel like at this point I can make it faster. I'm believing. Oh shoot, maybe I should not believe as hard. Wait, no, I can believe. Believing is fine. And there's my rock, my mud rock. Phew. Like, this should be decent. Heh. You know, I wish the water that, like, Chanelta creates could just freeze them more, make it extra slippery. So they just slip and fall into, like, the abyss all on their own. Like, you don't need to push it when there's, like, super slippery floors and they just go whoops. Well, you actually came to us Browntail's territory for a visit all by your lonesome. You've got balls, Gnosis Edelvis. I've always been upright and honorable. Humph, that's rich coming from you, after you were kicked out of Carlon trade for your shady business. I thought I'd seen Ratos here. Anyone could bluff like that. Ratos wasn't going to just take your word so easily. As I said before, it takes two to cooperate. It seems my words have reached her, and that's more than enough to me. Humph, talk all you want. So, since you came here all by yourself, you said last time things have come to this. What was that all about? What things have come to what? What do you think Enciotis proposed to transfer of powers? Wait, why do you think Enciotis proposes transfer of powers? Humph. Isn't that because he can't take on both the Palirocus and us, and so he figured out to compromise? Compromise? Oh, compromise. Think again, Madam Sierras. I dare say that your sister thinks otherwise. Ever since Enciotis came back to Chirag, was there any single thing he did that wasn't in pursuit of his ultimate victory? Is his proposal to put the Saintess back in power really a compromise? Here's a hint. The ceremony. What about the ceremony? Don't tell me he's going to throw a fit there and refuse to turn over his powers. The ceremony is nigh, and there will be more trains coming in and out of the SilverAsh's territory, transporting both resources and people. Take a guess, why did Enciotis himself propose to hand the Saintess his powers, even arranging for it to happen on the day of the ceremony? Arctosius is a short-sighted man. He thinks Enciotis will pull some kind of dirty trick once she's in control. And so, he reassigned his men to guard the valleys and the mines, even to keep an eye on the doctor that Enciotis invited. But the funny thing is that he doesn't know it's all pointless. Sierras looks to a corner of the room for a brief moment. There is nothing there, but Gnosis notices it. Gnosis looks straight at the wall there. Ratos, you can't be that stupid. I will tell you what Enciotis is planning.
But you'd better see me yourself next time. Even if I have to see his schemes come to fruition, and you two imprisoned, I won't allow myself to be made a fool of again. Now excuse me.
Was she really hiding in the wall? Ratatos. Hey Ratatos, I know you're there.
Pipe down, Sierras.
There's a rumbling noise and the wall board slowly moves to the side. Ratatos, sitting inside, slowly rises and steps out. Wow, she really was just hiding in there. It's funny. Do you believe in what he said?
Maybe I should say I'm shocked that you never considered the possibility, sister.
But even the Saintess is on our side now. Can Enciotis really be so unscrupulous that he...
Don't be silly, Sierras. From the moment he trampled our faith, when he laid his train tracks straight to Cherag and broke away from the Saintess. No, ever since he so calmly agreed to let his sister become the Saintess in exchange for a seat in the Tri-Clan Council, he hasn't cared. We all know how well those siblings get along in the earlier years. I also once thought that letting the devout Anya become the Vine Bear Court's hostage was a brilliant move. But now, I wouldn't be surprised if he one day brought his men up the mountain to burn down the whole Vine Bear Court.
Don't tell me Enciotis is really going to use force.
Slow down, sister. There's another possibility. He could be pulling our leg.
Why?
To make us think he's up to something shady, so we end up making the first move.
Man, they are playing extreme mind games with each other. What good does it do to him?
If he's not trying to have somebody else do his dirty work and off his enemies, he's trying to find an excuse to start a war and earn himself some clout in the end. Whatever it is, we're probably all in trouble.
Well, how do we figure this out?
No idea.
None at all?
I'm not exactly omniscient here. But if he's lying, there's got to be holes. You. Your orders, matriarch? Dig up anything you can find in Gnosis. We looked into him before, but he's had lots of dealings since his job got handed off. There should be a lot more clues now. Start there. Understood. You'd better not disappoint me, Gnosis Edelweiss.
Ratatos, if he was telling the truth, would you really take him in?
Why not?
He's an Edelweiss, the family who got Enciotis' father killed 15 years ago.
So what?
They betrayed the SilverAshes, but when Enciotis came back from studying in Victoria, this guy tagged along, wanting a slice of the pie. If you ask me, he's the type who doesn't give two licks about loyalty, only profit and success. Now that he's made an enemy of his master, he's got to find a new sugar daddy to get his revenge. I like how Sierras is explaining this. Ooh, thank you. That's funny. Oh, I love it. How she's just like, Gnosis is just looking for a sugar daddy. Sister, do not become a sugar daddy.
Right. That's the most obvious reason.
So you...
Sierras, the SilverAshes control the gates. The Pelorochus have their rich farmlands and their army, but the Browntails have nothing. What do you think we stand as one of Chirag's 3 families?
Thank you. Because what we do earns the highest return. I've learned Grandpa's lessons just as well as you did.
Right. Right, since I'm letting you in, There are a lot of things that you really must spend some time pondering. As a child of the Browntails, in times like these, you need to know the best course of action. It's more than just knowing the risks of dealing with a criminal. You need to learn to assess all this yourself. Profit always comes with risks. You need to learn how to mitigate these risks beyond just shutting them out along with the profits, dear sister. Our biggest worry is that everything he just said was true, but also part of a lie. Another thing, you've gotten really close with that servant of yours, haven't you?
You mean... Monk? Monk, whatever.
Don't trust anyone too much, sister.
Grr, I don't need you to tell me what to do. I'll show you how much stronger I can make Browntails without you.
I should never have given Encia this chance. I have that brain-dead moron Arknights to thank. Take Anya away from her scumbag brother? Don't make me laugh. Whatever, Yucatan. Yes, matriarch? Let the Palarokas know that I'll visit in a few days. Of course. Doctor, we've entered the valley.
It's about time. My butt hurts. Just because it seems like a fun option, my butt hurts.
Sorry. Sir Arknights never permitted any rail tracks to be built in Palarokas' territory. And it's not in our habit to use cars. I suppose it may not be easy for a foreigner like you to ride a burden beast.
I was riding a burden beast? Yo, that's fun.
Dr. Misaki, welcome. I am Sir Enciotis' secretary, Chester. Please allow me to accompany you as you survey the area. To give Sir Arknights the absolute peace of mind, we will ask you to inspect each and every factory and mine site before they're declared closed. Once you've checked everything here, both Sir Arknights and the Great Elder will give their approval. Only then will the transfer be considered complete. What do you think, General Valius?
That would be for the best, of course.
In that case, please follow me. We'll take a stroll and get a grasp of the environment and the situation here. Still, this is just way too sudden. Right, I heard there was bad news from the last Tri-Clan Council, but that's not enough to send us running. My son was hurt while working in the factory not too long ago. I'm still waiting for his medical subsidy. We've always believed in Sir Enciotis. He's not going to abandon us, is he? All of us put in so much work to improve the Cherag's livelihood. He can't just shut the factory down like that.
What about the infected like us? We finally found work at the factory.
Please, everyone, calm down. Listen to me. Oh, nice timing, Doctor.
Courier?
It's been a while. I'm really sorry we dragged you into our local affairs. Please bear with it for a little longer. Once the ceremony's over, the SilverAshes will properly receive you. But before that, I think I might need your help with something.
You want me to help calm these people down because I'm a doctor? Even though I have my amnesia, so I don't know if I can actually help people, but I'm just gonna be here for emotional support, right? ...
Sharp as always, Doctor.
It looks like you're doing well yourself.
Don't be so humble, Doctor. Your abilities are on another level. I've seen for myself. And we'll need your help with many other things as well. Well then, I'll need to borrow the doctor for this job of mine. Just for a bit. Would the Palarokas mind? By all means. Friends and countrymen, Sir Enciotis has personally instructed me to offer all those affected with an explanation on his behalf. It so happens that the doctor is here too. The doctor is Sir Enciotis' esteemed guest and Carlon Trade's current chief technical officer. Today, together with all of you, our guests will bear witness to this message. At the Tri-Clan Council, the Great Houses and the Vine Bear Court reached an understanding for the Interman, and will begin discussion on any follow-up matters. Because of the grave mistakes made by Gnosis, the previous CTO, Carlon Trade must shut down all of its factories in a show of goodwill. Once the transfer of powers is complete, the SilverAsh family will actively work with the Vine Bear Court and advocate for a gradual reopening of some of our factories in a controlled, carefully planned manner. Humph. Please trust me, and trust the SilverAsh family, that this is for the best. Now, as I introduced earlier, and will emphasize once more, this is Sir Enciotis' esteemed guest as well as Carlon Trade's current CTO. Our guest is a master not only in the production and mining technologies that we are all familiar with, but also the prevention and treatment of neuropathy. The doctor likewise represents a medical organization that will help Carlon Trade answer the critical questions that we are all struggling with, including the medical support issue we were just discussing. Such things would not be possible in our mountains of yore, and, together with the doctor, Carlon Trade will bring about this new future.
Nod, I'm just nodding in approval. And yeah, this is probably my last story part for the night, just because I gotta wake up at around 6 a.m., you know? Yeah, I gotta wake up at around 6 a.m. because I got a collab in the morning. So I gotta wake up so early. But it's worth it, you know? It's the weekend. I can sleep afterwards.
At the same time, it is Sir Enciotis' wish for the territorial subjects of the other two houses to cast aside their differences and help us build Chirag. There is no need for panic. Please put your faith in Sir Enciotis and the Saintess. Have faith. The Chiragander will never abandon her children. Ah, by the Chiragander.
Yeah, I'm gonna have water later. Actually, I'm gonna drink lemonade with my apple pie, since I need the electrolytes. This summer heat is already getting brutal. It's gonna get even worse from here, though.
By Chiragander. By Chiragander. Now then, I will. Wait, hold on a minute. After hearing you out, I have something to say. Please. It's not that we don't trust the other two houses. It's just, we've really had it fairly nice with the last couple of years, thanks to Sir Enciotis. We have work, we get enough food to eat, and we even get painkillers. We never had it so easy before. Since we heard the factory was going to be shut down, we've all been worried that the good times are coming to an end. Please rest assured. The doctor, as I introduced just now, is an oropathy scholar. Carlon Trade invited the doctor here precisely because we are concerned about our infected workforce's livelihood. So please put your faith in us, Carlon Trade.
One moment.
Yes. Is there something you would like to add, Doctor?
I was told by Mr. Enciotis. Yeah, I was told Mr. Enciotis is more practical. ... Trust alone isn't going to keep everyone fed. I like how you can be like, wait a moment, silence, ... But instead, maybe I'll be like, I was told Mr. Enciotis is more practical.
There was also those of the mind that his ideas are impractical. My apologies, I have misspoken. Friends, it's true, I'm not done yet. We didn't keep our internal affairs in check, and that led to you losing your jobs. That is entirely our fault. Carlon Trade promises to keep your original positions unfilled. You will continue to be compensated, and we will arrange job opportunities with equal or greater pay and benefits. And I'm sure you can already tell that Unlike Gnosis, the doctor actually understands what you truly need. They need food and medicine and food. The doctor will bring Carlon trade the technologies that will truly benefit our day-to-day lives. But man, he's really putting pressure on me, huh? I just got here, I was supposed to be my vacation, and look at all the pressure that's put on Dr. Misaki. Right, this is what Sir Encia truly wanted all of us to know. Sounds great. I'll head back and let everyone know. Good. That's very good. But don't forget, Cherugander's teachings, young man. Phew. Good work. Not at all. It's my job to speak for him.
Is that the help you wanted? ... Convincing performance, yo. Yeah, convincing performance, my dude.
Not at all, Doctor. Actually, if it wasn't for you, I probably would have forgotten to say all that. Okay, I will take my leave now.
Courier,
Yes?
Mr. Encia will be pleased. You can't be here just for that. You too, Courier? You can't be here just for that. Wait, what?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Doctor.
All the requirements have been met, just as Madame Sierras expected. Encia sent Vis, presumably as some kind of insurance policy. But that's not nearly enough. You are to ensure that things go according to Madame Sierras' plans once Vis is gone.
Yes. You were followed.
What? I didn't.
There was only one of them, now long gone, running after the men Sierras assigned to you.
I'm very sorry for betraying your expectations, Sir Gnosis.
No, perhaps this is for the better.
I'm prepared to be your pawn and do whatever you say.
I'm just a researcher, monk. Pawns are meaningless to me. What I want is a partner that I can work with. Proceed with the plan, don't worry. Ratatos and Sirius won't catch you.
Understood. Man, Monk is so dedicated, huh? Time to use my one ticket. Yay, let's see what I get. And then I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna headhunt now. You know, let's see, I'm gonna do it on this banner. Okay, gotta get my apple pie. Ready? I'm just gonna make sure not to spill any crumbs while I do this. But here, apple pie. You know you want some apple pie. Apple pie. It's a delicious McDonald's apple pie. So let's see. Boop. Oh, you're welcome. Who has been summoned by the apple pie? Boop. Hey there, Popcar. Hey there, Beanstalk. Hey there, Perfumer. Hey there, Ambryo. I don't think Skip's gonna give me luck. So boop.
どうも。私はメテオ。森の弓使いよ。遠距離支援はいかが？
Hey there, Meteor.
今日からお世話になります。術師のスチュワードです。ひとまずよろしくお願いしますね。
Hey there, Steward.
コードネームはアレーン。今日からは正式所属になるらしいよ。あんたがドクターか。
Hey there, Ren.
これからは仲良くなれるといいね、先生。
はじめまして。カシャのチャンネルへようこそ。ドクターの部屋では撮影禁止。わかったよ。
Hey there, Click. Yay! Yo, I got the family.
カランドの巫女プラマニクスと申します。
Hmm.
ロドスに協力し、あなたに祝福を授けましょう。
Hey there, Paramix. You know, I like this. I've completed a family. Yay! I got the siblings.
私はアンブリエル、ラテラーノ出身の狙撃手でさ、自己紹介なんてめんどいからもうこんぐらいでいいっしょ。
Hey there, Ambryo.
さっき開けたばっかのチョコ、まあ一本食っときなって。
Yeah, this is like... I feel like this is a win. The Neural family didn't want to come home to me, but I'm glad that the SilverAsh family decided they like me. Except that I had to buy SilverAsh, but you know, it's fine. I got the sisters via summon. This be worth it. Totally worth it. Yo, I'm satisfied. Oh, hello. Did I get a 6-star? No, but it's okay. I completed a family. I brought an entire family together. I got SilverAsh from last time using tickets. I got Cliffheart, and now I got the sister. Yay! Family! I feel good. Now I should look for whatever is there for dinner. You know, worst case scenario, I'll just eat more, like, noodles. I'll just make some more noodles. That's always a good food. So woohoo! I feel good. Thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day and epic gacha luck. I need lemonade and sustenance now. I gotta hydrate. Hydration important. So see you later. Bye bye. I do wonder what is for dinner though. My family went to McDonald's without me. So I guess maybe my dinner is the apple pie. Because I don't think they got me anything else. It's okay. They can eat all the chicken nuggets they want. I have an apple pie. Yay!